Hi guys,
love it.
welcome to tonight's Last Minute Dungeons and Dragons. And we've got Professor Fish, Scotty the Fish Freaks, and Whip. I'm sorry, I almost said real names. I don't know if I'm allowed to say real names. So we've got Killer Kitty in the background. She is our guest of honor. And Bam. And let's move her to this spot. And oh, whoops, I didn't move her there. There we go. And Killer.
I am not ready.
Hey, that's fine. We
No worries,
we
we're
do
live.
plenty of talking. Yeah, you just prep any way you want, and we'll get. Do you want us to go to your channel on Roll20?
Yeah, I just put the link in Discord for the Roll20. I haven't done anything to it yet, so hang on 1 second.
So don't share it yet.
Yeah, I probably don't share it yet.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you guys what I got at Joe Fest.
Yes.
Some of the stuff. But I'm going to make a Tennessee Fish Mafia of the guys that are on my channel a lot. And so I'm going to make a Whip, a Rico, and a Skip, and a me. A Whip, a Skip, a Rico, and me. And unfortunately,
Hi, Benjamin and
I've
Craig.
got lots of little bags. Hi, Craig. Oh, I got a Cobra Commander. I'm going to paint him all in black. And then I got the hood from a custom-made person. They won't make this hood on him and sell it in America because they say it looks too much like the KKK. But they do in England, which stinks. But see, he used to wear this hood back in the 80s. And I'm sorry, but KKKs, they have the pointy hats. And I don't know if their eyes line up with their holes. And his does. Because KKK guys, nothing personal if you're a KKK guy, but your suits suck. Okay. I used to have nightmares about the KKK coming to kill me.
Kill you?
Yeah, I watched this movie, I think it was called Call to the South. And it was about this woman who is a cotton farmer. And she hired Danny Glover to help her because she didn't know what she was doing because her husband was the sheriff and he got shot and killed. So she had to start doing that. And the KKK came to get Danny Glover, but she was renting space to a blind guy. And he knew all the guys in the KKK costumes because of their voices. And it was really awesome. But I always thought that they were coming to get me.
They're coming to
When I was a
take
little
me
kid,
away.
I'd like wake up and look out the window, seeing if they were marching down the street.
Aww.
But see, this
So
is
right
what
before
Cobra
we went
Commander
live,
is.
I was saying I ordered a little pump thing for my tub, and it was supposed to be solar panel powered, and like it came with a little lawn stake and a little tiny solar panel, and it was just enough to make it squirt a little bit, just to keep the water moving a little bit, you know, which I figured would help with
How big's your tub?
mosquitoes and duckweed. 30 gallons, 35 gallons maybe.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and my dumb butt, I clicked the wrong one and I got the one without the solar panel.
Oh, bummer. Well,
Yeah.
I used to get the solar paneled ones, but because you put your tubs in a place where they're like shaded 70% of the day, they hardly squirt at all. So I've given up on the solar panels. And I bought 2 more pumps. They just came in today. They're upstairs sitting on the coffee table.
Oh, wow.
But I bought a Penguin from the movie Penguin. And I thought I would fix his face up a little so he's not so ugly, because that's going to be me. I'm going to put a bandana on him and a red goatee. and paint him so he's a little different. Then this is Whip's body, but Skipper's head. Because Whip and Skipper were the only two. I needed a head for Skipper and a body for Whip. And this is a professional wrestler who's like almost 7 foot tall. So he's tall, but I needed a kind of a bald guy with that type of a beard that Skipper has. I'll make it a little more red. I might try to find a baseball hat or make a baseball hat for him.
Oh, that's just great.
That's your body, Whip.
Whip's body.
That was my body. Mine's more pear-shaped.
Like, did you donate dimensions for this craft, Whip, and you didn't know about it?
I think maybe you measured me last time I was over.
Well, this is Rico's body. And this is the body of Flat Top from Dick Tracy. And I already pulled his head off. But when I show you his head, you'll like remember Flat Top from Dick Tracy?
Yeah.
Well, he had a good looking suit. So I popped his head off, and then I bought this dwarf head, but unfortunately it's bald, so I'm gonna have to add hair. But this is what Rico's gonna
That's
look like.
Rico.
If you wait-
Yep.
If you wait long enough, you may not have to add hair.
Oh, don't say that.
He
No,
won't
that's
shave it.
that's bad karma. That's bad karma.
And then this is Skipper's body. I'm gonna have to paint his hands though, because he's not blue. But I'm gonna paint. Actually, I paint the whole body because I don't want it to be white. We're gonna all be in black suits like Reservoir Dogs. Except I guess he'll have a flower. I wonder if I can break the flower off. I might break the flower off. So this body is going to have this head. And you can see the difference between Skipper's body and Whip's body. See the tallness? So that's good.
I get it.
Do you?
And then here is Whip's head.
Ooh, let's see my head.
And I'm going to have to add his long hair.
Yeah.
I look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got
I can see it.
kind of a Rambo type thing around your hair, holding your hair back, and then cool glasses. So that's head. I don't know how easy these heads are to pop off. Normally, you have to run them under hot water.
Don't break my head.
I bite it, but I don't want bite marks in Skipper's face.
I would just
so
wait.
hard.
Just do it the right way. Don't break it.
Bite it.
Yeah,
Bite it.
we're gonna have to. So, but it'll be like that. I'm Whip, and I'm bad. So there you go.
I dropped the
And
link for
I-
D&D Beyond too. Just so y'all know.
Yep, I put them both in the private
It
chat
won't
if
let
anybody
me
wants
use
to.
my created character.
You what?
It won't let
Are
me
you already-
use my existing character.
You have to leave the campaign, and
Yeah,
then
that's what I did. Leave the campaign.
you have to. You're already in the Willow campaign, so you have to leave that, and then
How do I leave it?
you hit leave campaign.
When you go to the characters, you select characters at D&D Beyond, and it gives you a list of all your characters. Find the character that was in the Willow one, and it'll say leave campaign. You just click that.
Okay. So now I'm gonna go do that.
And then just refresh, and it'll fix it.
Well, that was so easy. And then did we figure out the new link?
Yeah, that's in there too in the private chat.
Oh, that's awesome. You guys did it in private chat because I have a hard time navigating the other. Is that under the whip? What whip just wrote?
I wrote
The first one or
no.
the second one?
The top one is Roll20, and the second one is to get your character logged in.
Man, Whip, I'm really impressed.
I did it.
Yeah, Rick
Yay.
really needs to DM.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Usama, you can level up to 2. I think that's
Okay.
you.
And you do the hokey pokey. And
Now I've got you.
And did you just say we're leveling up to 15?
Oh Lord, no.
2.
No.
Ew.
Oh, 2. Good.
2.
That's where I'm at.
You still have to level up, Usama.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. How do I level up again?
Manage character. It should have a
Yep.
levels there. You go through
Level 2.
all night. It's gonna be in my head all night.
Yeah, now I can't get it out of mine either.
Right.
That's my job, to sing songs and have it stick in people's minds. I do that at work all the time. All right, should be at level 2 now.
I don't get my own notifications. That stinks.
I got it. I know it went out.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to figure out how to get your channel. Okay. There we are. Let's see if anybody's here. Holy cow, Benjamin's here. Fish Families is here. And Dennis is here. Garcia is here. Well, thank you guys for showing up. We're just having a goofy Dungeons and Dragons night because we're bored and it's hot outside, so we don't want to go out.
Preach on it.
Well, I'll be a son of a buck.
Oh, and Craig, Catfish Caves came by. Oh, Adele's here too.
Kreger and Adele. All the cool kids are here.
Welcome.
Yeah, I just gave myself a thumbs up.
Welcome.
Oh, I need to go give you a thumbs up too.
I went out for ice cream yesterday in my hometown here for my mom and my dad, and when I went to Zombie Ice Cream,
Sorry.
and I got a Carol, and it's a sundae that's strawberry vanilla with graham crackers in it. And I tell you what,
Oh.
it was fantastic. It's probably one of the best sundaes I've ever had in my life. And I asked the girl, so are you Carol? Or because there's all these names for the different sundaes, and she said they're named after all the people from the show, the Walking Dead show.
Ah.
So I got Carol from the Walking Dead show, and I don't like her.
She's amazing. She's a badass.
Yeah.
I always thought when she first was on the show, she'd be the first one killed.
She even killed a kid, a little tiny kid. You should love her.
Oh yeah, that's impressive. There's a anybody could do that.
She was all
There was a
like,
clock.
look at the flowers, look at the flowers. And so the kid looked at the flowers and she shot her right in the back of the head.
Oh.
Why?
Did she get bit? Is that why?
She was just losing her little mind.
No. Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler on a 7-year-old show. Sorry about that, everybody.
I never seen,
I never, seen,
I
I
can't
never
watch
seen it.
things like that.
I have seen clips, but I've never seen the actual show.
For
Yeah, I
real.
only saw like the first season or two.
Oh, that's why you don't like her. She was kind of a weenie in the first couple.
I know. I kept wanting her to get even, and she never did.
No, and then she turned into a major badass.
Well, I need to find out who all the names are for all the different people.
Well, Carl
I'm a big
is the kid.
Carl. They have a Carl.
Oh, they had.
Oh,
the-
actually, I took a photo of the menu. Let's see. Maybe I can pop it up for us all to look at. Anytime you want us to stop, we can.
Yeah, tell us when you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever. I
Next
mean,
year wants to
there's no
play.
rush. There's no rush. It's
No,
just
yeah, no
Oh,
rush.
you're fine. You're fine. I'm just reading through the story right now. I got a pretty good grasp on the front of it, but give me just a few
Well-
more paragraphs if you don't mind.
No, that's cool because then I can have time to pop this menu. It would really
Is
suck to
X2
send this
backstage
to.
yet?
No.
Xanadu, come on down. Oh,
Kayla said she needed about 20 minutes about 10 minutes ago, so she should be getting close.
I flipped that in my head and I was like, what?
What
10 minutes?
is it?
20
What is
minutes?
it?
Yeah, that don't work.
Wait, I'm confused. Why is
I
Xanadu
got you.
on roll 20?
I
He's
guess he's
joining
joining
us.
in. Yeah.
Ah.
What? No, that cannot be allowed. He
No.
cannot. He cannot say no to the D&D and then join the D&D.
Yes, he can.
Oh, no.
Crafting and running a game's a lot harder than playing a game.
I'm putting
That's what I
my
was saying. He was like, "Oh, Polly's gonna do it. All right, I guess I'll just."
Yeah, he can play.
You're cutting the legs out from underneath my argument.
This was my G.I. Joe opener. I'm going to share it right now. I accidentally downloaded this twice instead of the menu.
We'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero. G.I. Joe. Comes a fearful cry, Cobra. We'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero. G.I. Joe. Comes a fearful cry, Cobra.
Sorry, I didn't know the loop was on.
And once you
good.
started the second run, you had to ride that one out, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
G.I. Joe,
moral
man.
imperative.
Scotty, did you put the plants in the tanks yet?
All but the hair grass one.
Gotcha.
I'll do
You guys
that
still
one
talk?
tomorrow, maybe.
Are those the ice creams you were talking about?
Yeah, this is all the ones they have. And I tell you what, they were amazing. And then they zombify them all for free. So if you want it zombie version, they put whipped cream with maraschino cherry juice dripping on it to make it look like blood.
Now I want a milkshake. Dang it.
Oh my gosh, I got a chocolate milkshake for my dad, and he said it was the best one he'd had in years. What was the name of the sheriff?
Oh.
The sheriff,
Oh, Big Rick, maybe.
Rick.
Yeah, it was right.
That one, it looks like somebody smashed the board, or maybe a big windstorm came and broke a piece of the board off.
Could be.
Well, I had that Carol, and it was fantastic.
You had the Carol.
Maggie
Yeah.
is the was Glenn's better half. Lori was Rick's better half. Herschel was Lori's dad. Shane was Rick's best friend. Michonne is the sword dealing death dealer that hooks up with Rick.
Oh, I was wondering what her name was.
Yep.
What do you mean hooks up with?
Oh, you know exactly what I mean. Morgan is a guy that he meets in the first season and then comes back in like the 5th or 6th season.
Is he the really cool black guy?
He is, and he kind of loses his mind a little bit, but he's got it together enough where he can function.
Well, Rick kind of loses his mind too, doesn't he?
Well, not really, but there's a couple times when he loses people where he gets wonky.
What was Daryl's brother's name? Earl?
Earl.
Is
Or
there a
Merle?
Pearl?
Merle. With an M.
Marl.
That one should have a little hand in it.
Judith is the baby. That's actually Shane's baby, but they don't
Who's
talk
the
about
baby?
that. Lori's baby when she was married to
Lori.
Rick, but she kind of went, the horizontal bop with Shane.
I forgot they had a baby.
Yeah.
But
And
was
Glenn.
that really the Punisher's baby?
Yeah. No, not the Yes, the Punisher's baby.
I want a Lizzie. That didn't sound right.
I don't know what you mean.
Isn't now? Correct me if
He's
I'm wrong.
tired
You,
of
you
being
Southerners, anybody from the South listening, is a Lizzie a hot dog?
It's
No, that's a
glizzy.
Gliz with a G.
Oh, Gliz. Okay.
Yeah. Lizzie is a lesbian.
Never
I can
heard
say lesbian.
But I didn't grow up there. I've never heard of that.
Scotty's tired of being single. He needs a Lizzie in his life.
I'm gonna get a little spot of more tea before we start.
Okay.
Spotted tea.
A spot of tea. Care to give me some as well, good sir?
Chip chip. Here you. Yes.
Kelly hole.
Okay.
Now I'm on roll 20, and all I'm seeing is a explorer's guide to Wild Mount.
That's good. That's what you're supposed to see.
Okay. Now Xanadu's on roll 20, but he ain't on the live stream.
No. I don't know what's going on.
Join us.
Come be our friend, Xanadu.
Sorry.
Xanadu.
I started off
I
creepy
was
and then
only
went to
kidding.
Scooby-Doo.
Come on up. Sorry, I talked right over top of you. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Let's see.
We should do a spooky season campaign and just do scary voices. I'd be good for that.
Boy, I added some spirulina to my wild mollies a couple weeks ago
Rice
to their
too.
food. They've been having babies like nonstop lately.
Oh,
Ooh. You should bring some to the class so I can have some.
I could do that. I won 3rd place with them 2 years ago in the wild competition
There you go.
or the wild fish competition, whatever it is.
The category.
Yeah. Which was pretty cool.
what kind of fish did you win with?
Wild caught mollies. I caught them with Father Fish and Daniken and James.
Okay.
We went down there a few years ago and
Where
caught
did
them.
you collect them?
I collected them in a mineral spring,
Right out of the water.
and yeah, out of the water. That's mean. It was a mineral spring. It's a big tourist area for Russians. It's really weird because the Russians think it's the fountain of youth, so they come to America to go to this mineral spring. But
In Tennessee?
the water. No, this is down in Florida by Venice Beach, near Venice Beach, Florida. In Tennessee, you can't collect anything. It's against the law.
Well, only if you get caught.
Yep. Or you can collect snapping turtles that are over a foot in diameter.
To eat.
To eat.
But any small snappers, you got to put them back. How stupid is that?
Gotta make
can't
sure they
eat
grow
them.
up.
Oh, do we have more people here? We do. We have X2.
Come on, X2, come on up, buddy.
And we have
Let's go,
English.
bud.
Welcome.
Oh, he's here.
Hello.
I thought you meant in chat. Hi, buddy.
I am so sorry. I noticed that all of a sudden there was a second row thing pop up below the screen. And I was like, oh my gosh. Sorry, you two. Oh, I should put a more Dungeons and Dragons background. We still have the Star Wars thing up.
Oh, and Kalish came in too. Oh, man, I'm deaf. I didn't even hear that part of the conversation.
It's okay.
What you
I think
guys
we'll just-
not understand is I took a lot of blows to the head.
Alright, that layer's not working out too well for me.
I need to get a Dungeons and Dragons logo for that upper corner. But we'll share Scotty's spot with Nico. Here, Nico.
I want to make like
Oh,
a
I
Lord
guess-
of the Rings inspired intro title sequence with like everybody's character and like who the person is.
Okay, so let's see.
Did I say Lord of the Rings?
All right, let me try one more map, and if I can't get it, we'll just go ahead and roll with it.
Let's see what this looks like with all of us. It's the vertical look. Oh, it's not too bad with this many people. I was wondering if it was going to be 7 long, skinny squares. Okay, so let's go and could somebody share the map? Because when I have the map open, they're static.
Let me work on that.
Your southern slipped out there.
That doesn't usually happen until I hit Southern Illinois.
Somebody should do the Southern Belle.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let me add your characters, and then we'll be ready to roll.
Here. Share.
Ed, have you joined the
Share.
D&D Beyond and the Roll20 yet?
I'm in the first spot.
He is in there. Yeah, I see Chattanooga Ed in the group of people.
Okay.
I just don't have a picture for some reason.
You probably just drop the pictures. Even though I like to drop the pictures too. Who cares? This is just a fun night.
Do, 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 do.
So X2, I was watching a video about a dam about to blow that's been there since 1908. Is that anywhere by your house?
It's not. It's probably like an hour and a half away from my house, but it's probably 20 minutes away from where I went to college. and there's a campground there, and we used to go camping down there, and we used to walk across that the bridge over the dam. Yeah. It's hitting pretty hard
It's
close to
really
home.
strange.
What happened though? Where did the water come from? Is it just heavy rainfall or a dam broke?
Generally,
Well-
what happens is the oceans evaporate and then it goes up into the clouds and then it comes down later.
Yeah,
Alright.
I
this-
knew.
we,
I knew.
we have had a.
Is there a way for me to mute Whip?
Oh, bless it.
We have had a crap ton of rain. Like within 2 days last week, we had 6 inches of rain, and so all of the. And this is Minnesota. It's land of 10,000 lakes, and all those lakes feed out into streams, and some of the streams feed into lakes. But there's just like the. I happen to live in a town with a river, and it's up like going north. There's one main road that goes north to south through my town, and the north side is flooded and the south side is flooded. So you can't get in from the north, you can't get in from the south. There's one bridge that's open, where is the only way to get into downtown from where I live. Now I'm up on the bluffs, so we haven't had much water, but even up on the bluffs here on the hill, I had probably 2 inches of water in the garage, and my fish room is the next level up. And I had water on the floor in the fish room. Yeah, it's been pretty brutal, and we're supposed to get a little bit more rain tonight, and then like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're supposed to get a bunch more. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We're having a drought here. We've only had a half inch of rain.
Same.
Oh, it was raining very heavily yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, we've been taking it all, I guess. I don't know.
That's pretty impressive because we got a crap ton of rain, and I just looked, and it's only 2 inches of rain that fell in the last like 24 hours. Sunday night or Saturday into Sunday, it rained two inches of rain, which put about 6 inches of water in my basement.
Yep.
So I can you got 3 times that much.
Yep.
Criminies.
Yeah, and a lot of what comes through us, swept into southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, down into your area for sure.
Mhm.
So, but I think a lot of it blew into Wisconsin more than Illinois.
Wisconsin is just getting hammered like you guys.
Yeah, they've got it rough too. But yeah, all the way from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, all the way through southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, like all of these little, mostly small communities, are really just getting hammered.
And not in a good way.
Mm-mm.
Not in a good way, not in the raise a toast kind of way.
I'm thinking about that. I was like, I'm just wondering what the good way was. Like, what?
Right?
Well, there's been years where I've only got to go out in the pool like 2 days that it didn't rain in June. And it's just the opposite. I'm like all sunburned from swimming too much.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's my fault, Ed. I apologize for that.
All right.
I planted grass seed that needs rain, and of course it's not raining.
Yeah, we average 70 inches of rain a year here. Just weird. Hopefully
Do
we
you
don't
have
start
a-
these forest fires.
Do you have a token picture of preference, Xdu, that you want me to use on yours?
No, it's just whatever.
Tell me about your character.
So, good question. I think I'm playing Xanadu the Ranger. He's a human ranger.
Okay.
Use your words.
I don't remember. I don't remember
I don't have any words.
from when I built him. So he doesn't like the undead. He's a natural explorer. He likes the forests.
Okay.
He's a ranger. He's a yeah. So he's a gloom stalker. So he's very shadowy, and he just kind of hangs out and waits for the ambush, the sneak attack.
Gotcha.
We
I
might
see.
be friends.
Yeah.
He's a sneaky human. He's kind of to picture
I like
somebody
him already.
super big and tall and broad,
him
more
already.
kind of like a sleazy, slimy, little greasy character who hangs out in the shadows.
Nice.
Wow.
We could be really good friends or very
He's
big enemies.
He's not the golden Adonis pretty boy. He's the slimy little greasy guy.
I'm an elf again, as usual. So I don't know how ugly they get, but he's definitely. I made him
Greasy.
a little bit more likely to stick you in the back than
Oh,
my other characters.
And I've made the nicest character I've made out of all of my characters. I made a happy-go-lucky wood elf that likes to rhyme.
My goodness.
yeah.
Well, then we've got two little happy little wood elves dancing through the forest because I made a wood elf as well.
Well,
Nice,
that means we
nice.
have 3 little wood elves, but one's not so happy.
Aw.
Ranger,
It
little
sounds
ranger
really
that loves
fun.
all her little animal friends.
We're wood elf heavy.
You can never be too wood
Hey,
elf. heavy.
today's adventure takes place inside a city with no woods. No, I'm just kidding. It might actually. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, look at you.
Hey. Have you been-
Welcome back, my friend.
But I should be at level 2, right, Killer?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
If
just
you
wanted
do
to
not
share.
mind.
Not at all.
Pains,
I will not die as fast.
Frozen sick. You
All right.
Oh,
That's yours, Xdu. Can you see?
what?
Can you see your little people on the map? Are y'all on the map with me?
CC.
I am not. No.
Enarin the Wise has entered.
Yes.
I don't.
Yay.
Yes,
Is there a
perfect.
me?
Oh, I'm
Yes, I
working
am.
on it.
Not on
I'm
there
working
yet.
on it. I saved the best for last. Hold on.
All right. I want to
And
get on
I'm
that
gonna-
boat and sail away.
I'm gonna go level down. 'Cause you
level
want,
down?
You want level 2, right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are
Okay.
you? 3?
I was 3.
Oh.
But that's all right.
Uh,
It's easy enough.
And I don't see your character on D&D Beyond.
Oh, really?
I see Xdu, Scottish, Brimhall. You're in.
Yep.
Is that
I
how you
don't
say
see him
it?
either.
Amberly.
I do.
I should be in there too.
Or no, that's on Yeah.
Yeah, I see him on roll 20. I don't see him on, which I don't guess it doesn't matter. What's your character's name, Ed?
My character?
Mm-hmm.
Yard.
Yard. That's right. Thank you.
Yep.
Yard.
I didn't
Oh,
realize it was
man.
me that you didn't see.
I'm in the same boat as I was last campaign. I can't click on Scottish.
Oh,
Aw,
I'll be
you
right
just
back.
do that so I can't spy on you.
I can't get my circles.
He's
Trying
on
to-
private mode.
I'm on private mode.
No, Scotty.
You're
I'm
so
a very
private,
private
nobody can
person.
even see you.
You're not even in there. All right. There you go, Ed. You should be able to move Yard.
Yay. Gracias, senorita.
De nada. And that extends all of my knowledge of the Spanish language.
¿Cómo estás?
I don't know what you just said.
Oh, you're
I don't-
welcome, I
I don't-
hope.
Oh, I didn't know if I should be offended or not, so I just didn't say anything.
¿Cómo estás? How are you?
Swell.
If it's
Mucho
somebody,
swell.
if it's a friend that you're asking, you say "Cómo estás?" y "Cómo estás?" And then if it's somebody of honorifics, like somebody older than you or a boss, you say "Cómo estás usted?"
Instead of what?
Usted is what you say after "Cómo estás?"
Como estás, instead.
USTED.
I usually just say, okay?
All
¿Qué? ¿Qué quiere? What do you want?
right, so
You know what?
there's all of our characters. Let's see here.
What makes me really mad at authentic Mexican joints is they don't have sour cream a lot of times.
Oh,
It's not
Well,
authentic.
I was going to say, if it's authentic, is that a bad thing?
Well, if they don't have sour cream, it's a bad thing.
For you, but I mean, is it,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
That's
know what is considered authentic.
I know. They need to get their ass in gear and get some sour cream.
If I recall, sour cream is not used, but sometimes they will use crema.
That's that gross, cheesy milk.
Well, it's kind of like sour cream, but not sour cream.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like
yeah,
it.
I like sour cream. Please. Authentic or not,
I like guacamole.
Put enough avocados on something, you don't need sour cream.
Guacamole, salsa verde.
Okay.
See,
Uno momento. I'm gonna go. Sorry, I'm gonna go and grab my popcorn and drink, and then I'll be ready to roll.
put it on.
Uno momento.
I don't like cilantro.
See.
So you got
thank
that,
you.
Gene.
Thank you, Ed, because there's a certain gene where cilantro tastes like soap, and I have that gene.
Mine.
So
Me too. Tastes
People
just
love
like soap.
cilantro, and I hate it. It tastes like soap to me. Like even if I smell it, it just smells like soap. Cilantro. And it's like
I don't have
Like-
that gene.
like there's a little Mexican taco food truck that comes to town like a couple of times a week or whatever, and I go down there and they've got cilantro, but it's mixed in the sauce, so they can't even take it out. So every time I try to eat their tacos, it tastes like soap to me. I'm so sad about it because
Well,
I love tacos, but cilantro, just I can't do it. Can't do it.
Bobby Flay is known for his southern flavors, but he says he never uses cilantro because half the people taste soap.
Half the people.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was half the people, but
yeah, it's a lot of people. My buddy loves it. I can't stand it.
Man, I've got a couple of friends that are like, "Oh, I'm so sad for you because you've got that gene that
We use cilantro in South Asian cooking, and thankfully nobody.
it's
in my
really
house-
popular, and I think it's probably really good, but it just I can't
It
do
definitely has an interesting flavor, but in terms of smell, I can barely smell it. But
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can smell it, but when I taste it, it tastes like ivory soap was
Yeah, it
dropped
tastes
in
like
it or
soap.
something.
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm with your buddies there, X2. I feel sad for you because it is so good in the right way.
Right? I appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
So for
Yeah,
what
I'm
it's
with you.
worth, though Mexican cuisine uses crema to
Yep,
provide
crema.
that tangy richness to authentic dishes, American sour cream was far more readily available north of the border.
There you go.
Tejano cooks and Tex-Mex restaurants alike substituted what they had on hand to stand in for Mexican sour cream.
Tejano.
Well, I don't get cranky about it if I'm in Mexico. But if I'm in St. Louis, I better have some damn sour cream.
Well, it depends on if you're at an authentic place or not. If you're at Taco Bell, they're definitely going to have sour cream.
Yep. If you're a
If you want
Chipotle, they're gonna have
Americanized-
sour cream.
Yeah, just go to an American one. Don't go to traditional.
Actually, what's interesting about Chipotle, I recently found out, was they don't actually use true sour cream. Their sour cream, quotation marks, is based off of crema. So it's not even true sour cream.
Hmm.
But yeah, if you're going to be at an authentic Mexican restaurant, you're not getting sour cream. But if you're at
No.
any other Tex-Mex or anything like that, you'll probably get it.
Yeah, I'll just bring my own sour cream if I'm going to go. And I've done it.
I've taken Euros to the local pub that is a vegan place. They don't like that so much either.
I can't believe a local pub would be a vegan joint.
Yeah, that is their claim to fame.
Vegans like to drink too. It's okay.
And they have pretty good beer, even though they don't use anything animal related to make the beer too.
As long as it's not gluten-free beer, then I think we'll be okay.
Could you imagine?
That'd be kind of hard. All right. I guess I'm ready when you all are.
I'm ready.
We're ready.
Let's
Ed?
do
I'm
this.
ready.
Show us what you got, Dungeon Master.
Not much. Okay.
Um,
So for copyright infringement, this is Frozen Sick. It's a campaign that's actually free on Roll20. You don't have to have a premium subscription to get it, and easy to play with your friends. It says so. We'll see how that goes. It is created by the Critical Role Group, Matt Mercer and his team. So thank you, Matt Mercer, for that. And we'll get started. So I need you all to be thinking of how you would be related to a dwarf that lives in a village of Palebank, which is part of Wildmount, a frozen kind of tundra land. As I read this inscription, you all be thinking about that, how your character's background kind of connect to him. So here we go. I guess I'll turn my camera on. Don't judge me. I just got off work. Snow gently falls from the sky, and
Can't see
wind
you.
bites your cheeks as you stand in the graveyard of Palebank Village, a fishing outpost of Uthornden that is home to several hundred dwarves and elves. The sun is low in the sky, sinking behind a fresh grave of Irgon Wimp, an old dwarf who caught a curse or a disease that turned him into an ice statue. The folk of the village have gathered to pay their final respects to Irgon's frozen remains. So you're all standing around this memoriam, this tombstone, this freshly dug grave. Tell me. Let's see. Who do we go first? Tell me, Amberly, how does your character know Ergon?
Ergon saved my father's life once on a great boar hunt. He dove in front of the wild beast and rammed a spear right into his heart before he was going to gore my father to death. And so I have always respected and enjoyed listening to his hunting tales around the fire. And after my father passed many years ago, he has become like a second father to me.
Give me chills. All right. Brimhall, can you share a story about Ergon?
Wow.
Oh. Oh, you want me to follow that? Come on.
All right. That's so
That,
good.
you got me thinking, Kalish.
Really
Hey,
good.
Taylor, we can't see you, FYI, if you were trying
Yeah.
to allow us to.
Oh, well. Fiddles with it then.
Yeah.
I'm here as +1 for Kalish.
I'll take it.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yard, would you like to share a story of Ergon and how
Sure,
you know
I
him?
see Ergon every year when the fall hits. I come up here, and Ergon, what a lot of people don't know, is a master Killies breeder, and I get some Killie eggs to bring back to Oakenstone, my chieftain in my town, so that way she can breed Killies for the following year.
Yes,
Scotty, is that
Ergon
what
loves
you're
his fish, and I absolutely love you stole Scotty's.
Wow.
Totally threw off what I was about to say. Now I gotta change it.
Aw. Usama, how do you say your character's name, please?
It's Enaron.
Inaran, thank you. Inaran, would you like to share your story about how you know Ergon?
Of course. Well, he was somebody I met in my travels, and was somebody who accepted me for who I was despite my background in the nobility, and encouraged me to pursue my passions of wizardry, and was just a very kind soul, somebody I always loved to meet whenever I did.
Love it. All right, Xanadu, would you like to share your story of the deceased?
Ergon. He was like a father to me as well. I learned from a very youthful age how to work the forests and the mines under Ergon's tutelage. He told me all the things I need to know to be the master woodsman and ranger that I am today. I owe him everything, and he is sorely missed.
Sorely missed indeed. And as you all stand at the gravesite and share these stories, and remember the dearly departed Ergon, and tears fall from the commoners' eyes of the village, and you start to notice that it's starting to get sparse. People are starting to leave. The sun is going down, so that it's getting quite cold out here. And you all hear a gruff voice speak softly behind you. Thank you for attending Ergon's service. And as you turn around, you meet the gaze of Elroy, a weathered elf, retired ranger and leader of the village. I'm so sorry to speak of dark tidings under such circumstances, but I believe that Palebank Village might be in danger, and I'm hoping that you adventurers can help us.
Man, I just came for the food.
I promise you, good sir, food and refreshment before your task begins. If you'll just give me but a moment to speak of what needs to be done.
Speak your piece, good sir.
What would that be?
2 months
think-
ago, Ergon returned home after exploring the Elysia Cross for a year. He had been back for only a few days when he come down with a strange affliction. It made him move slowly, caused his veins to appear blue all over his body. The village priests of Morden and Coron used every spell they could muster to try to attempt to heal him, but nothing could stop this blizzard. Urgon battled the affliction for weeks until he ever slowly it eventually just turned to pure ice. Until yesterday, the community believed that Urgon's sad fate was an isolated incident, most likely caused by something the dwarf came in contact while exploring. But then I noticed Tolji Leton, a dwarf trapper, showing signs of the same illness.
Well, that's no good.
No,
How
No.
long ago did that?
no good.
Maybe we should get out of here so we don't get sick.
Please, I'd ask that you. The problem is, Tolji doesn't like authority. She doesn't like people telling her what to do. She lives on a cabin far into the corner of the village, and she just won't talk to me. But I've watched her movements, seen the signs, but she'll have nothing to do with me.
And you think she will listen to us?
I've run out of ideas. You're our only hope that I can muster. You're more than welcome to explore Urgon's cabin or talk to Tolji at her cabin straight on. I don't know if it is the affliction, and I pray to Torm that I am wrong, but it's not looking good. I can pay you each. I can give you 100 gold
Each?
each.
Wow. I'm in.
Wow. Heck yeah.
Well, we should certainly go see what's going on.
Yeah.
I
If you
suppose so,
will-
since we're already here.
If
I
you
hear
wish
he has
to
some nice jellyfish
explore,
tanks, so I'm game. Let's go look at him.
your reasons are noble and pure. You can find Urgon's cabin in the middle of town. It's longer and painted with a red door. And Tolji's cabin is, like I said, on the far east corner. Be cautious. She's not well, but she's quite skillful. And I'm afraid that if you try to be too forward, she may... I don't know what she may do, to be quite honest.
Where is the cabin of Aragon?
So which cabin do you want to go to? Are you wanting to go to Urgon's cabin to try to figure out, what happened to him? Or are
Yeah,
you wanting to
let's
go
go
to
there first.
Tolji's cabin to talk to Tolji?
Let's try Urgon's cabin first. See if
Urgon's
we can
cabin?
find any clues.
All right.
So that's in the middle here, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's
Also,
the one.
why am I seeing double? Who are
I
you?
don't
How much have you had to drink?
worry.
I don't drink.
Too much
I
or not
feel
enough?
them, don't worry. All right. Give me just a second. Feel free to talk while you walk to the cabin.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I need to get them eggs.
You and Scotty, I presume.
I'm just glad I didn't have to tell my memories because I was so upset about it. It's
Oh,
really
shoot, Scottish. I thought you went. Look, retcon. We're going back. Scottish, why are you here at Ergon's? I'm telling
Well,
you, I'm doing
you
too many
see-
things at one time.
Ergon being the master killie breeder, he taught me a thing or two, and I taught him a thing or two. And those killies, they're always jumping. And I would have a single, he would have a single, and we'd put them together.
Then what
He
would
was a
happen?
great guy. I'm gonna miss him.
Aw.
It's not what I was originally gonna say, but you know, Ed made me do it.
You could have said anything you wanted to. Oh,
I'm Scotty. Can I have your address because I'm going to need to be able to pick up eggs from somebody next year.
you'll travel very far. Okay.
Oakenstone pays very well. She's addicted.
So as you travel to the cabin, there is a female elf standing outside the front door. And as you approach, she says, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Good day, my lady.
And you are?
We are just mere friends of the deceased who used to live in this house. And we came to pay our respects and to take a last glance of the residence.
I hear there's beautiful fish tanks in here.
I'm afraid I cannot permit anyone inside without permission from the town leader. It could be
We got it.
dangerous.
But we have it.
And may I ask who you are?
I am Melina. I am the guard of this town. Second
Why
only
was your-
to... Sorry. go
And
ahead.
why per se are you guarding this residence in particular?
Ergon was afflicted with a disease, and we don't know how it was spread. This was his home. It's very likely something inside could have caused it. Are you certain that you want to go in?
Yes, we
How
need
do
to
you-
try and figure out what's going on here.
Scotty, could you go in and get the eggs for me?
I'm going to lean over to Kalish and say, "You sure you want to get involved with this?"
He was like a second father to me, and if I can forbade someone else from going through the same, fate, then I should at least attempt to look around. If it gets too crazy, we'll get out of here.
All right.
With all this disease spreading, I wonder if there's a mask mandate.
A what?
A
Is
mask
that
mandate.
common?
Oh.
Has the government stepped in, forced everybody's hand?
Well, they don't know what's causing it, so they haven't overreacted in this town yet.
Oh,
They still gotta legislate it first.
We need some stickers on the floor to tell us how far to stand apart.
Where does
Well, how about this? Just in case if it is something that is spread through touch, we will go in and not touch anything, but still would like to go in and see.
Excellent.
Well, what about the eggs?
We will get the exit later. One step
All
at a
right.
time, my friend.
Ed is fixated on them damn eggs.
I'm here for a
Man.
reason.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you will get your egg once we
As
figure
you-
this.
Go in. This cramped, dark cabin might have been a cozy place when its owner was alive. Now an unmade bed stands near a cold fireplace, its mantle hung with the head of some snarling white beasts with gray horns. On the other side of the room, a small table strewn with dirty dishes and a set of dwarf-sized chairs stands before two empty shelves whose contents are scattered across the floor. Kitchen utensils, dried foodstuffs, adventuring gears, and a few books.
Where are the books located again?
They're thrown across the floor.
And where's the fish room?
The fish tanks look like they have been scooted over to the side and tossed. A couple of them are emptied. There are
there any like little pots of dirt next to the tanks?
It looks like there are a few little pots sitting next to the fish tanks. Yes.
So
Okay.
I would like to look through the books that are scattered around.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Stand by.
And anyone else who's looking around, feel free.
Roll what?
A perception. Tell me what you're kind of looking for.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the books as well.
I'm gonna look around on the table to see if there's any information that said what he was doing.
Mm.
And I'm gonna look around for any medications.
Okay.
To indicate what he was sick with.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeesh.
I didn't understand. I'm sorry.
I didn't either. I had no idea where you were going with that.
I didn't know what was okay. All right, let's see here.
Or medicine containers with killifish eggs in them. You never know what you might find.
That's true. That is
You
true.
never know.
Well, I rolled a 22 perception.
Well, lucky da.
Hi, Big
Alright.
Steve and GRB.
Good evening.
And Robbie Dog.
So, let me see here.
Show my roll.
So, let's see here. While searching.
Can I also like stomp on the floor to see if there's any hollow spaces underneath the floor, like where a trap door might be or something?
Yep. Roll me an investigation for that one.
There's a wooded floor, so be careful not to break through it.
That's a good idea, because I know he had more fish tanks around here somewhere.
Right?
All right. So, Osama, as you're going through the books, you're seeing that a lot of them are like records of his travels, of his killifish breeding. He has some really good amount of information about egg hatching rates and how to use peat moss properly. He references his good friends Scottish and Yard a couple of times in there as you're reading
doesn't?
through them.
I think
You also find you find a receipt on one of the books as you're going through it that was kind of hidden back underneath the table. It kind of looks like it might not have been like tossed, but just kind of knocked over and they didn't really see it. So it's a receipt that's dated 2 months previously, and it indicates that Ergon
where he got
stole.
those Brazilian killifish? Ugh, can't talk. Is it where he got those illegal Brazilian killifish from?
Nope, it doesn't have that on it. It has where Ergon sold several. Okay, give me a second. Aryan items from Eccles Cross, where he was last traveling before he got sick. He sold to a local antique shop, and it's called Plex Curiosities for 1,000 gold pieces.
Whoa.
The items are listed as a dagger, a scroll case, a jade statuette, a quiver of 20 arrows, a silver ring set with a jasper, and 2 blue glass vials.
No tanks?
And let's see, no killies or tanks on this receipt.
if the blue vials contain methylene blue.
Do we know of this?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say, do we know of this curiosity shop?
So, Kalish, I would say you and Xdu do because you spend a lot of time with Ergon. So your characters would know that Plex Curiosities was actually robbed and vandalized about 2 months ago, which is about when
Whoa.
this receipt would have been generated.
Well, firstly, I think these books on the Killies would do better for Scottish and Yard. So I would give it to them if they would like to take it.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's see who else
Nice of you.
rolled. Amberly, with your roll, let's see. Kind of looking over at the mounted heads that are on the wall above the mantle. It's a very odd creature, but you know it, but you just can't place your finger on it. But it's white with gnarly teeth, horns coming out with like the most white, almost iridescent kind of fur, and it's got like a snarl, like on it. Yard, with your investigation and your perception, so you start stomping around on the floor trying to find any kind of loose boards or traps. And as you're stomping near Kalish, she's looking at this mounted head on the wall, or I'm sorry, Amberly. Is that how you say it, Kalish?
Yep.
Amberly, okay.
Yes.
As you're stomping around Amberly, there is a loose board under your foot right in this corner beside the wood pile. And
Found a loose board.
Scottish, with yours, you notice that this entire room is ransacked, almost like somebody just tossed the place quickly. You notice like a couple of killifish eggs have been knocked over, and you knew Ergon, and this is not how he kept his home. His home was always pristine and very neat. And you notice a broken window, and it looks like maybe some footprints or something leading out into the snow.
And we measure
I think
the
we should
footprint.
follow him.
Before we do anything, let's measure the footprint to see if we can guess, like if it's what type of shoe, if it's a dwarfish shoe or a elf or human or male or female and size.
Sure. How do you want to measure that? Do you want to like?
With my fingers,
Okay.
I'm going to go like this.
1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I know that my feet are 8 inches long, so if they're 4 inches bigger, then it's a size 12, and it's probably a big old human foot. If it's real wide, it's probably another dwarf's foot. Or if it's thin and small, depending on the heel, I'll see if it's a boy or a girl.
Okay, so I want you to roll me. What would that be? Hang on a second. Let me check and see.
There you go. You're not giving
I
me
guess
room.
survival for footprints. Roll me a survival check.
Oh, that's kind of neat. Survival. Where in the heck is that? I never get to. Oh, wow. I'm good at survival.
Oh, good.
It's a skill I've never used before, but I'm a +5 at it.
All right, 19. So you, with your survival skills and tracking, you believe these to be a smaller, slender foot, probably of a female, even though it's like a boot print. Somebody, it's going to be a shoe that they would wear into the woods. but it is a smaller shoe, and the lighter indention. You don't believe that it is a dwarven foot. You think it's probably either an elf or maybe a human or half elf.
Can I take one of my arrows and break it to the exact size of the pattern, like length?
Yeah, you sure can.
Awesome. And then when I get done fooling around in the snow, I'm going to go back and check out that loose board.
Okay. And Brimhall, are you investigating the inside, the outside? What are we looking at?
I was on the inside. I know I didn't. What did I just do? Don't do nothing.
If you want, Grim, if you want, you could check that loose board. I could say, hey, dudes, there's a loose board over here. Tell you what.
All right, that's what we'll do. Except for I messed up my board here, so I can't get me. Okay, there I am. Where is the board? Somebody ping it.
Ping. Okay. So as you pull up on that board, Brimhall, you see a pouch, and you also see 2 scrolls, and you see a little cup that is labeled illegal eggs.
I knew it. Freaking knew it.
Jackpot.
Is anybody close enough to see what I see?
I don't think so. Yard's outside, and looks like everybody else is doing their own thing.
I'm gonna slide a hand that package that says illegal eggs.
Okay.
Pocket it right in there.
Nice.
They're from Brazil.
I'm going to suggest that we scratch illegal off of it. If I ever get
Not only do I suggest we scratch illegal off of it, but I think we should figure out who gets how many.
Then I will say, hey. And of course, I didn't write any of that stuff down.
Oh, I'm sorry. You found 2 scrolls
There's 2 scrolls
and a pouch,
and a pouch over here.
and that's all you tell them about.
That's all I'm telling you about.
What's in the pouch?
I don't know.
You open the pouch, and you see a smaller pouch inside the pouch, as well as 5 silver pieces and 2 gold coins.
And what's in the pouch that's in the pouch?
So you open the pouch within the pouch, and you see a like a dust, and you actually have seen this before. You should have it in your inventory from Willow Manor, but it is dust of disappearance.
Interesting.
And if I'm still, well, no, I already called attention to myself. Damn it!
Well, you just told him about the one pouch. I'm just saying, if you want to roll.
I might slide a hand that invisible pouch right into my pocket.
Yeah, roll me a sleight of hand for that one, because they are looking at you, so do it at disadvantage on that one. I'll let you have the first one for sure.
23, 18.
Yeah,
Nice.
nobody sees you take that dust of disappearance, so that's all yours, along with those killie eggs.
Nice.
I still look at Whip with a little bit of suspicion.
You have no reason to suspect me of anything yet.
There's nothing to see here.
What is the name of the elven? Oh, that won't help me. That's for high elves, isn't it? Where do wood elves gather?
In the woods.
the woods.
Like, what's the main? Do they have like a main city?
I don't know the wood elf lore.
I'm sure they have their own city or kingdom or something.
Like Fate Arc.
Well, so I think they have areas where they inhabit, woods and whatnot. But I think a lot of the elves, depending on the story and the timeline, a lot of the elves have left this world to go west. Like
Over the fjord or right?
Over yonder.
well, I think it's similar to the Hobbit story too. Like all the elves have left this. I don't know. Maybe
Would there be any wood elves in the high forest, or is that strictly the high elves or whatever they're called, the snooty ones?
I think wood elves live in spires inside, like they're in the woods that they inhabit, right? Is that right? And then they have like spires that they commune to.
I'm just trying to build a story in my head because I was purposely vague on how I knew the dwarf. And I want to, in my head, I'm going to say, well, I'm from Fjord, and I'm a hired gun, basically, and whatever. But I'm not going to tell. None of you guys know that stuff, so I'm not going to bring it up in public.
Right. Well, you can name the places. I mean, none of us know the lore well enough to call you out on it. And if somebody in the chat does, Ed can probably kick them.
She's talking to you, Big Steve.
Ooh, Big Steve.
I'll do some more research on it because that's not something I need to know right this second. I've wasted enough time looking for that. So
Now I'm still trying to look around to see of any evidence of disease or struggle.
You don't really see anything like that. Like I said, the place has been ransacked. It looks like everything of possible value or information that might have been there that was useful or thought to be useful has been taken. As far as what you see, as far as the disease goes, you see, pots of soup. It looks like he was trying to eat anything hot. There's peppers on the table and the floor that have been tossed away. Looks like there's water bottles that would have been heated up and used in the bed. So it just seems like that he was very cold from what you can tell. There's an excessive amount of firewood beside Brimhall. So
Now I wonder.
I read it.
I wonder if this disease causes them to feel cold, like makes them very susceptible to the cold, or reduces their temperature.
Well, considering the name of the campaign, I think so.
And the fact that he was a popsicle thief.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to deduce what's going on here.
One thing I'm picking up on is the shoe. The shoe's a female shoe. And whoever we were talking to warned us about the lady.
Hey, lady.
Tolkien.
Yeah.
She was also showing symptoms. So maybe she broke in here and touched something or messed with something, and then that's
Basically,
why
she might have been the one who ransacked the cabin. But my question is the fact that there's a guard outside. How in the world was this cabin able to be ransacked when it's obviously being protected?
I think the guard came after the ransacking and death.
I would like to ask her this question. Just to see.
Okay. So you step outside. Did you find what you was looking for?
Well, we found stuff, but I would like to ask you one thing because it clearly looks like this place has been ransacked. Do you know anything of it?
No. I came here only after I paid my respects to the gravesite and spoke with the leader of the village. I didn't go inside. I'm too scared. It's an awful way to die.
That is for sure.
And you notice as you come out and you're speaking with her, she's keeping quite a bit of distance. She's even holding her spear in front of her, almost as if you came too close, that she would either run or attack. She just seems very scared.
I assure you, we mean you no harm.
I know you don't mean harm, but we don't know the nature of it yet. It's just too dangerous to be caught, not be careful.
I'm going to sneak up on these boxes and look at them just to make sure she doesn't attack him.
In the meantime, I would like to pay this other person a visit if anybody would like to join me,
I think that would be wise.
because I have a few questions for her as well.
I'll go with you.
Lovely.
I want to follow the footprints. Do they go to her?
Interesting question. Because that will definitely prove to us if she was the one that entered this house or this cabin.
All right.
Can I ask her? Those are some pretty nice spiffy snow boots you have on. I wish I had some nice snowshoes like that to keep my feet warm. Can I have a look at what the soles look like?
Kind of looks at you funny. She puts her spear in the ground to keep her balance and just very agilely lifts her foot up and shows you the soles of her boots.
Can I
These
roll
are-
to see if I think they'd be the same size?
You sure can. Do me survival again.
Survival. Come on, baby.
Yeah, with a 15. You hold your little broken arrow up to it, and she looks at you even odder. And you notice that the pattern of these boots is actually a little bit different, and her foot's a bit smaller. You're thinking that maybe the boots she's wearing is more for a grip, military kind of style boot, rather than like a hunting and all like being in the weather for very long periods of time boot.
Well,
Darn it,
I'm
I
going
was
to
wrong.
tap the bottom of her shoe and say, that looks like a pretty good shoe to me.
Thank you, kind sir. She puts her foot down, looks at you. She said, I know Ergon thought of you greatly, so I just didn't realize you was in defeat. Boots.
Well, not so much in the feet, but more into the shoes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Boots.
I don't like cold toes, man.
I
I'm a
understand.
weirdo.
And she'll tell you where she got her boots at the cobbler down the street. You know, that she recommends that you get some really good boots for out here. You know, they've had more snowfall this year than any other.
You'd think one would be prepared to be in this weather.
You would think.
Certainly
Okay,
one
I'll
needs
walk
to
away.
be.
All right. What are we doing next? Whip. I guess nobody offered to take your coins and scrolls. Are you wanting to look at your scrolls, or?
Yeah, I'll take a look at them. I don't know if I'll be able to read them, but I can at least take a look at them.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Arcana.
That is not good.
Okay, roll me you don't know what the first scroll says? Roll me a second Arcana check for the second scroll.
That's not much better.
The second scroll's pretty common. I'm going to say with a 10, you can probably deduce that it is a scroll of minor illusion. And it has a one use to it. So if you use the scroll, burn it, like, say the words on the scroll, it'll end up burning up, but you'll be able to cast minor illusion one time.
And that is who can use that?
Whoever. Where it's a scroll, I'll say anybody who uses the scroll can cast it, not just spellcasters.
Nice.
So,
Well, all right.
Charlotte, that's what minor illusion is. That's a lot. All right, and then you have an unidentified scroll. So if you want to get anybody else to take a look at it later or now or whatever you want.
I mean, I can do it now if I'm close enough to anybody. I don't know.
Where are you?
Everybody wants.
I haven't really moved my guy yet, but
Well, I can take a look if you ask me.
where are you?
I'm right by the door, the entrance.
Hey, Naren, take a look at this.
Roll me Arcana, please.
Of course, I'd be more than happy to.
Oh yeah, you've seen this scroll many, many times in your travels. This is a scroll of healing word,
Ooh.
and same deal. Anyone can cast it, but it's a one-use thing, and it will burn up at the end.
My dear Whip, I think this will come very useful.
Don't worry about the classes. I just added that in.
Don't worry about the what?
The classes at the top who says
Oh,
like bard, cleric, druid, anybody can cast it in this one. And it'll be a first level spell.
Cool.
Now, shall we head over to the other house, pay our little friend a visit?
So are we following the footsteps or are we going to Tolji's?
I still say we should follow the footsteps. Let's see where those
Yeah,
go.
I agree with the footsteps.
what is the name of this thing again? The one I could see? It doesn't say. Weird
Minor
description.
illusion.
Minor,
Mhm.
scroll of minor illusion. I'm just trying to find it so I can inventory it.
Understand?
Scotty, since you wanted to investigate those footprints, why don't you lead the way, sir?
I would love to. Where are they?
They're back here where I'm at, by the window.
So
All right.
I put it on a private chat with for you, minor illusion. All right, so you go to follow the footprints. Let's see here. Do-do-do-do.
Oh.
Roll me either investigation or survival, Scotty. Which one you think you would use
Alright.
more to track?
Survival.
Ooh, nice. So very well defined footprints in the snow. Doesn't look like the weather's really messed with them very much. And you are able to follow them quite easily. And you end up at a cabin in the far east corner of the village. The one that you were told is Tolji's cabin.
Huh.
So
no.
How about that?
this
Something.
snow-covered cabin looks peaceful and quiet from the outside. Its windows are shuttered, and a steady stream of smoke piping out of the chimney indicates a roaring fire within.
Can we go to that cabin?
You're just gonna have to
One
stay on the
question
cabin
before we
map
go.
because I don't have another map for it.
Fair enough.
Before we go there, are
Mhm.
there any other footprints around the cabin?
With a 19 survival, I would say you don't really see any footprints around the other Ergon's cabin. But when you get to Tolji's cabin, you would see like animal tracks, more or less. You see like bunny, and then you see large footprints, some wolf tracks, things like that.
Wow, wolves.
Okay, so it is now obvious that this chick is who ransacked the cabin.
Well,
Well-
not really, because she didn't have the right boots on.
I
That
thought
was
we didn't
the
talk.
guard.
That was
No.
the guard didn't have the
That was
right
the
ones.
guard who didn't have the right boots. We don't know for sure, but it does look
I say
like
we knock on the door.
But
Yeah,
we
I
just
think
need to
so.
be prepared that we need to keep in the back of our mind that this is who it is.
Possibly.
we have Sideshow here.
Hi, Sideshow.
Somebody just joined on Roll20.
Yeah, Cody.
Cody.
Whee!
Is Cody backstage?
Oh, he is.
Yes, he is.
And now, is it okay to add him to the party?
Well, yeah.
Okay, good.
He's here already.
Yeah, hi Cody.
Hi, Cody.
Cody.
Awesome.
Hey, man.
Now, I would like to knock the door.
Okay. You knock on the door, and there is no answer.
I knock again.
You knock again, and there is still no answer.
I look
I
at.
like
I look
to
back.
knock.
I look back at everybody else, and give him that look of, well, somebody's clearly inside. So what do we do?
I'm gonna try and sneak around the back and see if I can, like, peek in a window or see if I can see inside.
Okay.
I'd be happy to try to unlock the door.
Let us not give a bad impression by trying to break.
Okay.
Let's
throw a-
let's
can we
see
throw a
if let's
torch at
see if Felix can
Well,
find
she
a
broke
window.
into my friend's house, so I don't really
Yeah.
feel bad about breaking into hers.
Well,
Just
I
to
say we
state
throw a
that.
torch.
well, let's see if she's even in the house. If Kalish can look through, and if the person is in the house, then obviously. But if not, then by all means break it down.
Anyone have a smoke bomb that we could force her to come out?
Oh my
Wow.
god!
Scotty, what if she has eggs in there?
That escalated fast.
It did, didn't it?
Kalish, do you see
She might-
anything before these
She might have eggs.
people do something?
For the killifish. Hang on 1 second, if y'all don't mind.
%.
Okay.
Please tell me I see something.
1 moment, please. I'm gonna flip
Did
y'all
anybody
over.
go with Kalish to make sure she doesn't get killed?
Yeah, why don't you do that just in case?
Okay.
And I will stay here, me and Whip and Scott.
I am a protective warrior, so I would be happy to.
Why are you messing with my +1?
She already brought an assassin. I mean, a protector. Don't
Hey,
take
you
y'all
were
for-
right with just the first syllable on that ass.
Okay, 1 moment, please.
I mean, we have a whole squad of people here. Half of us could go through the front and half could go through the back.
Kalish, are you? Which way are you walking around? Are you going right or left? Left. Okay.
Left.
As you go up to the left, you notice a lot more wolf tracks around in the snow. Like a lot, like they cross over. So you don't really think it so much that there was like 100 wolves here, but it seems like a few wolves tread it here a lot. Does that make sense?
So maybe 4 or 5 come through on a regular basis, and they're layered over each other over a period of hours or days.
You can't really tell. You all have been in town for a little bit of time, so you know that these tracks are probably fairly fresh.
Okay.
Grab Scotty, and then I gotta make Cody real quick. But as far as the house itself, it does not look like it doesn't look like you're going to be able to see into it because the shutters are boarded up. So basically, it's been closed off by the owner inside.
Is there
I can't
smoke
even
coming
tell.
out of the chimney top?
There is smoke coming out of the chimney, so there is a fire inside, and it looks like it's a pretty big or amount of smoke. So it looks like it's a pretty hot stoked fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to circle back to the front and let everybody know what I found.
Okay.
So, a couple thoughts. The wolves give me a bad vibe, and the fact that it's a big fire means that she might have the disease.
Oh, because she's trying to warm up.
She
Or
might
burn
just be
up.
trying to keep
Yeah.
all the fish alive.
Well, in that case, I say, Mr. Ed, knock it down.
Well,
Knock it down. He was
we
going to
could-
try to do the little thing.
Try the handle first.
yeah, I was just gonna pick it,
Or that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but we could plumb the fireplace and smoke her out.
That's what I was thinking.
Just
Let's-
she's not dead,
for
in
us
which
to be
case she's not
outside.
moving.
Let's just unlock the door.
Okay,
It's a
that's probably the easier thing to do. Well, I
Okay.
rolled a 13 on picking locks. I don't know if that wasn't very good.
So, are you trying to do this stealthily, or are you trying to
Nope.
you don't care if she hears you in there or not?
We already knocked, so I don't care.
Okay. All right. So you go up on the porch and you go to put your lock picking tools in. And
Can I knock
need
one more
you-
time
Yeah, sure
before
can.
I do that? Okay.
Yep.
Because I'm only doing this for her safety.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
So you're gonna knock.
Yep.
All right.
That'll be the
So
third
you-
knock.
So you knock, and there is no answer.
All right. We got to pick this thing because she could be drowning or choking.
I agree. Well,
Or
in terms
freezing.
of safety, is she okay? Is something wrong? So, open the door.
Okay.
I may not have
So-
been able to pick it.
You put your locksmith's tools in there, and I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Mm,
Roll.
Hmm.
Cody,
Should've
can you try to
spoke her
move
out.
your character?
A 17.
All right. As you put your lockpick tools into the hole, you don't really feel that there's actually a lock there. Like, it doesn't feel normal to you. There's not gears and mechanisms that you can turn and play with. But what you do hear is a creaking sound to your left. And as you hear that, you instinctually just do a backflip off of the porch. And just in time, too, because a large log falls from the roof and swings, and it would have knocked you off your feet.
what was it again?
A log
Ooh.
that was
Oh,
suspended
okay.
by some ropes.
It's a trap.
This broad's making me mad.
Well, now this is a threat.
Okay. So the log comes after a few swings to a final rest in front of the door, but you are able to kind of push it out of the way if you wanted to attempt the door again.
I'll let. Is Whip a thief? I don't. Who else can unlock things? Because I sucked.
I don't think
Normally, I'm good at it.
I'm a rogue, but I am not a thief, if that tells you what I am. But I could try
Well,
it.
I mean, I
have-
can try it again.
I have very good stealth, and I have pretty good sleight of hand.
Okay.
What
I'm
what
a
do I
plus
use?
6. Sleight of
I'm
hand.
I'm a plus
Seven,
9
seven.
on stealth and plus 7 on sleight of hand.
Wow.
All right. Well, then I'm a warrior that likes to open locks. So, and
I'm
takes
a
me-
wizard.
Do I use sleight of
Just use
hand or
that
do I
little word.
use my thieves tools?
Okay, so if you'll go up onto the porch and you'll push the log kind of to where you can get in between it and the door, I would like for you to roll me. Let's see, Grimhall. What would it be?
You're gonna have to give me a little hint as to where I need to be.
Oh, just
Right
right
there.
up here at the door. It's fine. Yeah. Can you roll me? I think perception. Roll me a perception because you've done this millions of times before.
Perception.
Yeah, you know that this lock is not a lock. This door is barred from the inside with like planks of wood laying across, probably some kind of iron, like the board slots in to keep you from opening the door into the home.
My lady and gentlemen,
Set it
I
on
think
fire.
we should knock it down.
So, guys, I can just looking at this door. We are not going to come in this way unless we're going to literally batter this thing down.
I don't see any other way to get in.
You want to try?
I think we should take the
There's,
log.
there's windows and there's
Yeah, are there other windows?
So all the windows are actually shuttered up. If you all would like to roll me perception, I can tell you a little bit more about it.
perception.
Perception.
Yeah, my rolls are still not showing up,
What'd you roll? I'll trust you.
but I had a 14.
14? Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, I
That's what
still
had.
don't know why it's not showing up. There. That's irritating.
Do we have anybody here that's good with an axe?
Not me.
Hmm.
No.
Didn't somebody
You know-
say to
Blech.
grab the log and use that as a battering ram?
Yeah.
I mean, we can do that when. I mean,
This is gonna
We
be
could also
pretty
put the
heavy.
log on top
There's-
of it.
there's no coming back from that. I mean, once you do that, you can't unbreak it down. So I mean, if we're gonna do it, that's fine. I have no problem. But
Well, I think she's dying. We need to get in there. Is there a hatchet that she chops wood with outside?
Did you do a perception already? Let's see here. Yeah, you did. So Yard, so Horton and Scottish, you three, you see pretty dancing snowflakes falling into your eyes because it's really starting to kick up here. You're really not seeing a lot around the house. Erin, you see
no, it should be.
a
It's a little.
you see that the cabin is not really that tall. It's about 12 feet. You
That's
got
good
a
enough for me.
chimney. As you're walking around the house on the right hand side, you do see the windows are latched, but they are latched with kind of the same mechanism, kind of the board slatted across. But one window does seem to have a bigger gap than the other. And did anybody else roll? You had a 14 next to, right? X2, as you are going towards the back of the cabin, you
Yep.
notice that there is a not really like a window. It's like a kind of like a vent towards the top. You know that you couldn't fit through it, but you might be able to see if you could climb up to the. It's probably about 10 feet off of the ground.
Okay.
And Amberly, you're amazed at how pretty the snow is coming down right now.
Most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Wow, so pretty.
That's very
So-
nice, Emily.
I guess I'm gonna try to climb up and check out that vent.
Okay.
You want me to try to climb? I'm pretty dexterous.
Dexterous.
Are you guys good at that? I mean, I'm just saying I'm +7 on acrobatics.
Do you want to help him? You
I
two
can
do
definitely
it
help
together?
him. Yeah.
And
I can
while
help.
they do that, I tried to bang on the door to see if I could hear or get a response.
So you're just knocking on the door?
Yeah.
Banging at it. Not just not
Hang on. All right.
Yes.
aggressive.
All right. Let's do Anne Brimhall. I'm sorry, Xanadu. My bad. Xanadu and Brimhall. So who's on bottom? Who's on top?
I'm always on the bottom.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna answer that.
Well, so you're a little
Please.
wood
Go
elf,
on.
and I'm a human. So you might,
Oh, yeah. Then I'll go up top because I'm considerably smaller than you, most
I
likely.
need to be on top this time. Sorry,
Just this time, though.
just this time. We'll swap it up next time.
Mm.
All right.
All right, cowboy, you get the bottom.
So, Xanadu, I need you to roll me a strength to see if you can hold up Brimhall. And Brimhall, I need you to roll me. Let's see, what would that be?
Oh no.
Let's do athletics, I think, to be able to climb up and, peek into that window.
Actually, Brimhall's strength is better than mine.
I think you can do it. Come on. Come on.
Oh, you got a 19. That should do
I
it.
got a 19, so
The dungeon master has faith in you.
woo!
My athletics is
It's
not
up
as
to
good
you
as
all.
my
You can do it
athletics.
however you want to.
But I did all right on that roll.
Wow, nice.
Bravo.
Good job, guys.
What did you roll, Xanadu?
Well,
A 19.
Wow, very nice. So,
see,
yeah,
now I saw that come up, but I don't see it. I
it
don't
probably
see it
come
on
up in
me.
D&D Beyond, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's not showing up in Roll20, but
No, but it did definitely flash on
Yeah, I can see it on D&D Beyond.
yeah.
If
Thank
you
you.
open
I
the
couldn't remember
log
the
there.
name of it.
okay.
All right.
No, maybe
But
not.
yeah, so it was almost like you all have had a circus act in the past or something, because it's just like Xanadu is just like hup hup, and Brimhall just straight up there on his shoulders. And as you're up there, Brimhall, and you're tiptoeing and you're looking into the cabin there, you're hearing a bang on the door from your companion there, and you're hearing like boom, boom, boom. And as you hear that bang and you're looking in, the light is pretty vivid because of the fireplace. But you see a bed, and it's a very large bed. It's just kind of a one-room cabin. So you see a really large bed. It's pulled over right next to the fireplace, and you're thinking, oh no, OSHA wouldn't like that at all. But it's right on top of it. And you see in the bed like a lump, human or elf-sized kind of lump underneath the covers. And you hear the thumping of the door, and it just kind of moves a little bit, almost like it's shivering or just kind of hoping, please just go away kind of, posture. And that's about all you can see from that vantage point.
And I'm here, like by the bed. Is that the window?
So you are actually, let's see. Yeah, this is just something I grabbed off real quick. So you would be back here in the back of the cabin. Well, I guess over here. I'm sorry. Back in the cabin in the corner, and then this is the fireplace, and then we'll pretend this bearskin rug and the table would be like the size of the bed, kind of situation.
And can I squeeze in there, or
It is too small. It's almost just like it's an extra vent in case something happened with the fireplace, or whatever they're called in the attic. You know what I'm talking about? Where air, if it gets too hot, it blows out.
It vents out.
So like the exhaust
Yeah, they exhaust.
fan.
All right, so I'll pop back down and just let them know. She's definitely in there. She's under the covers. She's either scared or cold. I can't make out much more than that.
Could she be dead?
No, she's moving. There's a slight movement in there, but she's right in front of the fireplace, and I don't know if we really want to go in there. What do we want to go in there for? Well, I missed that part of the conversation because I was trying to see how far away the Sword Coast was where we're at.
We want to meet her and ask her basically questions, especially regarding the fact that we think that she was the one that went to the other cabin and basically ransacked it.
Well, if we think that, and then coupled with the information I just gave you, that would tell me she's probably sick and it's probably pretty contagious. So,
Is she a dwarf also?
We all could be sick right now because we were just in there.
What race is she?
That's a good
'Cause
question.
most human diseases don't affect us elves.
Well, I am a
That was
human.
dwarf
So
that just died of it.
Yeah, I'm
Roll
a human too.
Roll me a history yard.
Oh gosh. I'm just making stuff up as I go.
Because your dungeon master
History.
does not read very well, and I have to retcon a little bit. So.
Ooh, I know my diseases, you guys.
So you remember the man you spoke with at the grave site, the leader of the town, saying that told you was a dwarf, and you've been following these dwarven footprints that I totally told you they were dwarf and not elf. So, yeah.
Well,
So she is actually a dwarf, and I do apologize. I got the footprints wrong. It is her footprint from Ergon's house, and they are dwarven.
okay, so
That was my.
are any of us dwarves?
I'm human.
No.
I'm a wood elf.
So who cares? Let's just bust this joint down. Unless the humans are afraid that humans are very acceptable to disease. So maybe the humans all want to stand outside. I don't know.
That's fine by
I'll
me.
stay with Brimhall's 20, or I'm sorry, yeah, his 22, and being able to look through the little hole and everything. You can also look through that same window that Iran. I have such a hard time with your name, and I don't know why. Iran. Is that right?
Eneron.
Inaron.
Aaron.
Hey,
Aaron?
Hey, Ron.
Aaron is Aaron, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Inaron,
Yeah.
seeing on his perception, and you can tell that it is a little bit wider than the other ones.
It's a little wider than the other ones.
Well,
And then again,
I am
it's nice
prepared to
full feet
interrogate
the
this
roof,
fraud.
and you do
Well-
have a back door and a front door.
There's a front door and a back door?
Mhm. Yep.
Well, hell, why don't we look at the other door?
I was gonna
Back
say
up.
we can try the other door.
There can.
Do we have a cleric?
I'm a wizard. Not
No.
a cleric.
A
I
druid?
can't see everybody, so I don't know who else what.
No,
A shaman?
two,
Anybody that
two
specializes in health?
rangers.
2 rangers and a wizard is all I can see. I don't know who and a rogue.
Okay, and I'm a warrior.
Rangers with
So-
Scottish is a barbarian.
Nice.
My medicine is a +3. And I was just wondering if somebody else has a better, but I'll identify her if I have to.
My
Maybe Rangers.
medicine +2.
You're what?
Mine's a +3 as well.
Medicine.
I have a +3 as well.
Yeah, I'm +2.
However, Kate, not Kalish, but
Amberly.
Anaron identified my scroll as a healing scroll. I don't know if we want to waste it on that, but we could try.
I don't think we do.
Yeah, I would not risk that.
Let's just try to see if we can look at her and see if she looks like a goner or if she's just got the flu. And maybe all of us with the 3s can roll what our diagnosis.
Well, let's go see if we can get in the back door, or if it's bound up like the front. Unless you're just going to bash it down.
We don't have anybody with bashing tools.
We got a big log, and there's 3 of
We
us.
have
We can,
that log from the trap you can use as a battering ram.
It's a very heavy log. Like we're talking like
And
half.
it may
a
not be
tree.
angled the right way.
You could probably all do it, but I'd need a group strength check if you're going to go that route.
I have a +2 strength. I'm pretty freaking strong. Have you seen
I
these
have
guns?
a. What do I have?
Scotty,
So, Horan, you're
do
a
you have an
monk.
axe?
Or do you have healing, or are you medicine-y?
I have a -1
No.
strength. I am not strong at all.
No. Okay. I didn't know if monks were healy or not. I've never played one.
No, just punchy.
Punchy and athletic-y or acrobatic-y.
Did we check the back door yet?
Bendably.
I'm going to go over there right now.
Did you ever figure out?
Are we going
Did
to
you ever
close the
figure out my
back door?
token, DM?
Yeah.
This little guy here, can you move him?
Watch for traps.
Yeah, do a perception
Where?
check first.
This one.
Hold, please.
No,
You can't move him.
no, I can't select it.
Have you played with us before?
Yeah, he played Willow
I'm-
Manor.
He did. Okay, so that it worked then. So you're up to date on the. All my
Yeah, I-
adventures are starting to blend.
Okay, I'm going to delete
Played
you
where?
and then try again.
Now I see 2 guys that are yeah, they're paused.
Camera paused.
Oh, okay.
That's what it says when I scroll over it. All right, try now, Cody.
Wow, look at Kalish. Looks really feisty.
Do we still have Kayla?
Nothing.
She was saying she was getting laggy.
Oh my gosh.
Sound drops every once in a while, but I'm still here.
Okay.
Look, she looks like she has a buffalo helmet on.
What did we figure out with the back door?
I just came to
Okay.
the other side. I
Okay.
don't know if that's right.
What do y'all want to do with the back door?
I am going to investigate for traps beforehand because we already know that the front rigged. So is that investigation or perception?
That would be investigation, please.
Perception would be better for me.
I didn't know.
15.
15, you do not. Oh, I'm sorry. You do see. It's not a trap on the door, so you could touch the door and try to open it, and everything would be fine. But you do see kind of like what looks to be maybe a raised piece of wood, almost like if you had stepped on it. It's to the right-hand side or your left-hand side of the door. So if you had come up and walked across it, you think something would have happened.
You might want to stomp on it and see
Who-
what
who-
happens.
Who is this right here?
Who?
Who's right next to me?
Scottish?
That's Scottish?
Me?
That's Scottish.
Yeah, Scottish. You want to go up there and try that door real quick?
Sure.
No.
No.
How can I? How do you? Can I just say I'm going to try to trigger it without getting mashed?
Yes, how do you want to do that?
I am going to. Describe the back door situation. Is it steps up and down, or is it straight to the back, or how?
Yeah, so it's kind of like that kind of old school porch where you got the one wooden step across. It's pretty long, and then just a small wooden porch just to the door, and then that step up, that second step up to that flat platform, you notice half of it's raised up.
Is it something I could reach out and touch?
You can bend down and touch the plate if you want to.
All right.
With your hand?
I'm going to reach out and try to press down on that board. Just my arm, I'm not going to get up on there or nothing, but.
Okay.
And then
So
I will use if anything happens, I will be ready to spring back.
Okay, so it will move underneath your hand. How hard do you want to push it down? Do you want to push it down all the way till it's level?
I'm going to try to just push it down until it triggers whatever it's supposed to trigger.
Okay. So you take your hand and you push down on this pressure plate and you hear a click. And when you hear a click, fire comes up from the bottom. And it's going to send your hand because you have it directly over top of it, and it's just not quick enough to pull back. And so you're going to take 2 points of fire damage.
I want to know why in the world this person would have this many traps.
She's a trapper.
Oh,
I told you that.
to
I
be
know that's
fair,
what
I've
you're
been on and off, so I haven't been hitting everything.
God, that's so good.
All right. So did the fire eventually stop, or did it stop because I said yay? And
That was the magic command word to break the trap, so you don't feel like it's going to do it anymore if you step on it.
So me being at the front, I hear it. I'm like, "You all right, buddy?"
I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Nothing to see.
I
here.
now
Move
go and
along.
open the door.
You're just gonna go walk right up there and do it.
Yeah, you already hit the trap, so I'm good.
Move your I
I wouldn't step on it again.
Yeah.
And
Hey
then when
Cody,
you go
can you
in, you
move
open the
your
door.
token yet?
No.
Man.
I don't think I have a token out. I only see 6 tokens and there's 7 of us.
You are on here. or
One,
were
two,
you?
Right here, the
three,
one
four,
that's
five,
moving
six.
now. Do you see it?
I only see 6 as well.
Who's
I don't see
Selhorian?
Cody.
Who's Selhorian?
Oh, that's
Cody.
Cody.
Me.
You know what? I didn't even bring y'all over to the new map. Lord have mercy.
Oh, we got a new
Oh.
map.
I wonder why people
Yeah.
want to move
Walking
it.
around that one
I was
place,
asking
I
about
just
it, and
viewed
you
your
said you didn't have it
recycling.
loaded up.
Well, I didn't until I was like, well, I'll just throw a quick map on here, and I moved all your tokens over, and I didn't realize I didn't pull you all over to the map. So ta-da! I've been seeing the map and everything. I feel so dumb.
Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord!
You were like
Practice.
showing like Whip and Xanadu when they were on the roof where they're supposed to be, like where they
Yeah,
were.
so-
And I'm like, I don't hear you binging anything or whatever. Like, how are they supposed to know?
Yeah, that was
When,
my fault.
when
I
she
wasn't
said the
looking at
bearskin
Stream
rug,
Lab.
I was like, "Where's the bearskin rug?"
Right here, Ed. It's right there.
I was
Y'all gotta
imagining.
question these things, guys. Come on.
Right.
It's another magical aspect of Roll20.
Jeez, I feel so
Funny, yeah.
dumb. I'm so sorry, everybody.
You're good.
No, it's all good.
Anyway,
So real quick, over here is where Kalish seen all the wolf tracks. And she followed them and noticed they were coming
Okay.
from behind and then kind of over in here. Then you have where Xanadu was holding Brimhall up here.
Yep.
And then this is kind of like the bed and the fireplace here. This is the front door that had the log trap. And then where Brimhall and Scottish are now is the back door where the fire trap was.
Aha.
And I go in.
Well, you're gonna
So-
try the door. It might
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
barred too.
Are you gonna knock or are you just gonna go straight in?
I'm gonna open it. I'm not gonna go in.
Okay. So you try to open the door and it is locked, but you actually, as you're turning the knob on this one, you can hear components inside. So you do believe that this is a lock.
Hmm.
I'll call
That was-
Ed over.
Step aside, young man.
Oh,
Just kick it down.
I'm gonna.
Are you gonna try?
You want me to do the thieves' tools, or do you want me to do sleight of hand?
It's the same thing.
Police. If you wish to picky the lock.
Isn't it the same thing?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking
Each
at
skill
it,
is the
I don't
same
know
thing
how.
as sleight of hand.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
lock picking and pickpocketing is the same thing.
I got me a 25 on that.
Okay. Are you doing this? Are you trying to be quiet while you're doing this? Or are you just gonna, they
I
know
think
you're there? so you're
we've
not worried
set
about
off
it?
every trap and knocked multiple times. I think the stealth is out the window.
Okay. So the tumblers click and it is now unlocked, but you would still have to turn the knob to open the door.
I am going to throw caution to the wind, turn the knob, and push the door open without going in.
Yeah.
Okay. And you open the door. And is it you and Scottish standing in the doorway?
He would probably be right behind me, but yes.
Okay. The heat hit from the small cabin hits you like a hammer blow. From what you can see, just in your vantage point, you know how like when you get heat from an oven, how it kind of stings your eyes and your face. That's kind of what you're feeling right now, and you're kind of trying to see through that, and it's all kind of wavy in there. But you see that there's a table
A
and
what?
a table,
Okay.
and you smell soup being cooked, and that smell coming to you. And that's about all you can see and get from just the door.
Hmm.
Well, it's clearly hot. It's hot in there.
wise words.
Um, I don't know if one of you guys want to go in, you can. I'm not going to go in.
The question is it safe for us?
Scotty?
yeah, I'll go.
Thank you, my friend.
All right,
But
so
I'm getting
Scotty.
very cautious.
Leroy.
Jenkins.
I would like to go to the doorway and do a perception check.
Okay. So are you going to step one step inside the doorway, or are you just stay in the doorway?
I'm not even doing a full step. I'm just gonna put my tippy toe in.
Okay. So
Just leaning
again, you
in,
get the smell
leaning
of soup. You also notice that not only do you see a fireplace roaring with soup cooking on it, you also see on the opposite side over here an iron brazier, or kind of like a wood stove burning with a really intense flame too. And that's about all you can see.
What about smell? You said we could smell the soup. Does the soup smell burnt or
Nope.
not
It
yet?
smells like chicken noodle soup's cooking.
So she must have just put it on and can't have been on there long.
Because she's sick.
He's sick, but not sick enough to not put a soup together.
Right, because otherwise it would be, we've all left soup on I'm sure. Soup on too long has got an aroma to it.
Are you having this conversation right now?
I am with Scotty because I'm standing there right next to him.
All right. So as y'all are talking, you're going to hear from the bed. Do you mind? You have been the most noisy company I have ever tried to reject in my life.
Rude.
I'm gonna start hitting the door more, knocking.
Well, honey, that cat is out of the particular bag, so now you're gonna have to deal with us.
She kind of pops her head up out of the covers just a little bit. You kind of see, two little dwarven eyes and some little braids that are kind of messy because she's been laying in bed. What do you want so you can leave me in peace?
Well, that would be Professor, you're up.
Hang on, move aside.
And either come in or shut the door and stay outside because I am freezing.
Well, my lady, you were one of the most rude people to host us. I have a question for you. Do you care to explain to me if you went to, what's the guy's name again that died?
Ergon.
Dead guy.
Argon's house. Did you happen to go to his house not too long ago?
What are you talking about? Why would I go to someone's house? It's cold as it can be in here. Let alone outside.
We found your footsteps. We found footsteps at that cabin leading to this cabin. So do you care to explain that?
I care not. You're in my
Yeah, the
house.
snow don't lie.
Can you roll me insight of Thorin and Erin, and also both of you? I need you to make me Constitution saving throws because Sahoran, you're right next to the fireplace, and you're right next to that iron brazier, and it is hot.
Lovely. Well,
And
here's
with that,
my-
I'm going to take a step back and close the door to keep the heat in.
Aw,
that's
Here we go.
Constitution throw,
Oh,
which-
oh my
Stupid.
god!
What kind of a roll is that?
Whoa!
oh, it
So
was so bad.
I think probably Niren, because you are so fired up and you're so hot because this woman is just wants you out of her house. You're gonna feel that heat a little bit more so, and you are going to take 2 points of fire damage. And since it was a natural one, let's add one more onto that and do 3 points of damage. So Horan, you'll take half that. for your 10.
What was the
And-
other thing you wanted me to roll?
You'll do 1 point of damage. Insight check. If you want to see if she's lying to you or anything like that, you can do it.
Where's insight? Oh, there it is.
And same to you, Sulfurin, if you want to do an insight.
Well, that was a good roll.
So you can tell she's agitated and she's not telling the truth. So Lauren, you know she's not telling the truth. And you actually see, Lauren, the boots in the corner just beside the door.
Now I noticed the boots, or well, actually no. While he notices the boots, I try to interrogate her more by basically stating that I know it is a lie. You are lying. There's no point in you lying. We are here to help, and you lying is not going to help.
Give
So are
up
you
the
trying
act.
to make? Are you trying to do persuasion, or are you trying to intimidate?
Mixture of both.
You gotta pick one or the other.
I'm trying to persuade. I am
I
a
mean, I'll
gentleman.
do it persuade.
You're gonna help persuade. What do you say, Lauren, to help persuade?
Oh. Can you come back to me?
Well, DM, would you like me to roll persuasion?
Do persuasion.
Now, I'm trying to say basically that if you are going to continue to lie, it's not going to help anybody, and we are here to help.
That's a 14.
I'm just gonna be behind him, just nodding yes. Like, yeah.
Okay, that's good. I like that. Go ahead and roll with advantage then, since the Horan's going to be nodding and kind of giving you a yeah. So go ahead and roll that again, Nira. Let's see if you can get
So did my persuasion work?
do it one more time. Oh, I only see the one.
Well, I
You're
rolled.
you have an advantage because the Horan's going to help you, so you're going to roll 2 and take the higher of the 2.
Ah,
So you have a chance to roll higher.
all right. I'll do it again. I did roll high.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So she's going to take her covers and they're going to kind of wiggle down to around her neck. So now you can see her face. She's a strong dwarf. She looks like somebody that's cold. She doesn't really look super pale. You notice just starting on her neck, just where her hair doesn't kind of cover, you notice some darker blue veins, but they're not like protruding and they're not extreme. But there is that blue coloration that you think may have been mentioned to you before. But she's she's looking at you, and you can kind of see in this, this very strong female dwarf. She kind of seems like she might be willing to cooperate with you. And she's going to tell you, I have enough soup for you and your friends if you would like to come inside.
Well, thank you very much for that offer.
And she points at the cabinet in the kitchen, and it's got some little dishes and stuff if you all wanted to help yourself. And she kind of gets up and gets her own little bowl and makes her own soup and sits back down on her bed. But there is like a little table over here if you all want to sit at it.
Well, I will help
my
myself
God.
to
My guy
soup.
disappeared.
Hey, why did you disappear?
Well, I'm going to help myself to some soup, and then I'm going to sit next to the bed so I can continue to converse with her.
I don't like that idea.
I'll grab 2 bowls of soup and, grab one for her.
It's very nice.
Wonderful.
Oh, I'm
Look,
back.
I'm not.
Can I hear what's
join
going on from outside?
Hang on.
No, because Scottish closed the door.
Well, I'm at the other door, empty, or at the
Mhm.
front door.
That door is barred, so you wouldn't be able to hear. If you wanted to knock, maybe one of your companions could open it for you.
I did that.
Mhm.
I
Good
look
one,
at
yeah.
Selhorian and basically signal him to go open the door.
And she'll gesture for you to open the door if you wish, because she kind of trusts y'all at this moment.
Thanks. Where is everybody? Wow, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
We're in
Yeah.
the
Come
bedroom.
on in, guard. Over here.
We're in the bedroom.
There's soup along that wall.
While they're all inside, I'm going to stay outside and keep an eye out on the surrounding area to see if those wolves come back.
Okay.
I'm gonna back her up.
I'm gonna go the other direction. If she's over here, I'm gonna walk over here, do the same thing.
Just need
Now,
soup.
continuing-
I'm gonna go inside and get some soup, and then as soon as I'm done with the soup, then I'll come back out and keep watch. But I'm gonna have some soup first.
Do rangers get danger sense where they passively detect traps, or is that a thing for you?
Not
Okay.
I just have a boost to my perception, that's all.
Okay.
I think maybe if you take a certain subclass at some point, you get extra advantages on that. But I think at level 2, I don't think there's really anything.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So, she sees y'all come in, and she's gonna say, I'm sorry about all the traps. You never know who comes around here. I got to keep us safe.
While your
there
traps
are-
give us a very interesting challenge.
Some people just kind of be left alone. You understand?
Clearly. Now, to continue with our conversation, do you care to explain to me, truthfully, what you were doing at that cabin?
Ergon got this, and I was trying to find if there was some kind of cure. I came back to Pellbank Village a few years ago from Shady Creek Run with my sister Holly. Both of us would work for the Autolot family. The Autolots sent us and a few others to the village to keep an eye on the treasures coming back from Illacross, with the intent of stealing them. I know it's not noble. I know it's not right. But when such artifacts come through a small settlement, they're often unusual goods that treasure hunters are trying to keep away from the Empire. When Ergon Rent returned to Pillbank Village with treasures from Elise Cross, seemed my chance. He had a multitude of things. I waited for Ergon to sell his findings to flex curiosity, and then I stole them. Thank you. I gave most of Ergon's relics to Holly, my sister, but kept one for myself, an ornate cat. And She kind of caterpillar in blankets, and she kind of gets out of the bed and shuffles over to this little hidden wooden box in a drawer, and she pulls out the dagger, and you can see it's silver, ornate, decorated with characters carved into it, similar to the ones that Amberly and you all saw in the cabin. And she says, and she puts the weapon on the table in front of you. Your Holy, my sister has the other items in a site north of the village known as Croker Cave. I was the one who searched Ugin's cabin. I was convinced that the dead dwarf must have had magic or other secrets stowed away there. It was just greed.
Interesting. And where did you say your sister stashed the rest of the loot?
The rest of it is up north in a village called Croker's Cave.
What is I didn't write it down. What is this woman's name?
Her name is Tulgi. Tulti. Is that how you
Can
really
I say from the table as I'm eating my soup? I'm going to say, greed got the dwarf killed.
Tell me about it.
Okay,
Look,
now I'm just going to keep eating.
I don't
And
have.
forgive me if I didn't hear you clearly, but what exactly did your sister store hide away in the other?
So she took everything except for the dagger that was sold to Plex Shop. One moment, please, as I scroll up.
And I look at the others who are in the room with me, since the Plex Shop sounds very familiar, considering we just found a receipt.
So yeah, that was from the receipt. Scotty, did you happen to write down what was on that receipt?
No.
Yeah. So it was the dagger, a scroll, a jade statue, a quiver with 20 arrows, 2 blue glass vials, and a jasper ring.
And
Amberly, you are going to get an inspiration. So if you ever need to re-roll any roll that you fell on, feel free to do so. Cash in that inspiration. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice.
So,
good, Amberly.
so yeah, she the scroll case, she's right. Jade statuette, a quiver of 20 arrows, a silver ring set in jasper, and 2 blue glass vials.
And she has the dagger, which means everything else should be at that other
Your sister.
Right, correct.
And what's your sister's? Oh, I'm not in there. Never mind.
Wait your turn.
I know, I've been wanting all these
You can
questions.
come inside if you want. Feel free.
I'm not getting one.
Sure.
Actually, how about this? I go, or I motion one of the other two that are with me to go out and call in the others.
Okay,
Look.
I'll do that. I'm just sitting around doing nothing.
Look, I don't believe I have the sickness. I'm just normally sick with the flu or something. It doesn't seem like the same symptoms that Ergon had. I am concerned for my sister, though. She stopped writing me a couple days ago. At first, I thought she just ran off, you know, took the money and ran kind of thing. She's never done it before, but you never know with thieves.
You say you don't feel like you have that disease, yet it is absolutely infernal in here. And in the other cabin where somebody just died from this disease, there are evidence of trying to stay warm. So are you completely sure you don't have this?
There's no way I would have it. Crazy.
Can I walk over and do a medicine check to see I think she looks sick?
Yeah,
Please?
you sure can. So she'll just kind of drop the blanket. She's still wearing clothes, of course, but she, just kind of wearing what you normally wear around the house, pants and kind of a thinner, long shirt.
While Ed does that, I'm going to walk out of the bedroom for a moment. Just walk close or walk to someplace, and I would like to do an observation or some form of investigation, just looking around the house or getting a sense of,
Okay.
anything.
I rolled a
Well,
natural
if she
one, so
doesn't like,
Yeah, Yard, you think she's dead. You're
man, she
pretty
looks like
sure
every other
that
dwarf I've ever
she
seen.
is. Yeah, she's not existing anymore in this world. And we don't really understand why Aaron is talking to her.
Koro says in the chats, roll for stealth. You never know if someone's watching. Which is why I came out to get a sense of if something.
Are you letting Cora make you paranoid?
No, I think Koro
Coral
has a
makes
point.
everybody paranoid.
I think Koro has a point.
Cora, when are you going to DM?
I'm gonna go back to
So-
eating too.
So yeah, you're convinced though, on that roll, Yard, you're convinced that she's fine. I mean, she's either dead or she's fine. You don't think that.
They all look the same to me.
I mean, it's
You're
letting
either dead or you're fine. I don't know. what-
I'm not qualified.
I'm gonna yell to the people in the outside if they want to come in and get some yummy soup. They can.
And then I will request Amberly to join me back into the bedroom for more interrogation.
I am going to intercept Amberly and say, do not go in there.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced these wolves aren't showing up. I'm gonna stay outside. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, I think that I'm very interested in finding this other hidden treasure, if you will. So I'm going to get up and excuse myself to exit the building
Okay.
to where everybody else is.
Well, most everybody's in there with you.
Well, actually, I'm just looking at that now. So I'm going to exit the bedroom, go to where everybody else is, to basically tell them what I just heard.
So she's gonna kind of look at you all and look at the dagger and say, "Look, if you don't turn me in, you can keep the dagger. It's probably worth a lot of money."
I look at everybody else to see what their opinions are of that.
That's fine with me, but I think we should go to her sister's house and see if she's dead.
Not that you would know if you looked at her.
You think my sister might
Well, I'm
be dead? She kind of
If
begins
she's
to
dead, it
yawn.
would be easier to get the loot.
I think
Wait,
this
what
is
about the
the
fishing?
nicest character you've made.
Yeah, right. Hey, this
Wait,
is the
are you
nicest
still
character
in the bedroom, or are you outside with
No.
us?
No, y'all are still in the bedroom.
I just exited the bedroom.
There is no
Isn't it
like
just
this
one
is
big
just a
room?
one cabin room. Yeah, it's just one big room.
Oh, well, the map indicates that there are partitions. That's why.
Well, I just pulled this map off Google Images, so you just
Okay,
That's
well,
why I was
okay,
saying
well, there's
Scotty
no need
remarks
for me to
from the
be
table.
secretive.
y'all wasn't even on this map for like over half the game.
Well, then I don't have to be secretive about it. So, what do you guys think? Should we head out and find this other stash and other sister?
Yeah, I think we take the dagger and go find the sister. Absolutely.
Very well.
So Dana-like.
Can she give us directions to go find the sister?
Yeah, so I would say Amberly, Xanadu, probably Yard and Kalish. Yeah, Brimhall too, really, because you all are all very good with directions and everything like that. You all actually know where this cavern is. It's kind of like that place your mom threatened to beat you to death if you went to when you was little.
Nice.
One of those things. It's kind of off limits. It's kind of like where the riffraff hang out kind of deal.
Right.
So you all know of it, but I don't know that any of you have been there before or have.
Definitely not me.
And then let's see here. As you're leaving, who is the last one out?
Me.
I'll yell, see you, wouldn't want to be you.
You ate the woman's soup. Who took the
Well,
dagger?
Well, I look back and I do a little tip of the hat, if you will, and excuse myself.
And then as you're going out, you see something kind of move from underneath the bed, and then the door closes. And as soon as the door closes, you hear feet on the floor, and then the door lock.
And I look back.
Mm.
Did I really just hear that?
Well, what the hell? What did he see? Something come up from under the bed?
Yeah,
No,
kind of like
hey.
movement from underneath the bed.
Yeah.
Who got the silver dagger?
I thought you got it, but I think it was either you, Lauren, Euron, or who else was in there? Because Scottish left, right?
I just want to
Yes.
make sure somebody took it.
So it'd be one of you four or three.
I probably took
Or
it.
Xanadu. Xanadu was in there too, wasn't you?
Yeah.
So
I was.
I say the
Um,
professor
But
gets
yeah,
it
Kalish can
because
take
he was
it.
doing all the talking.
okay.
I took it.
All right. So you have the silver ornate dagger.
Lovely. Now, going back to that noise that I just heard.
Well, it was more than just a noise there. You saw movement from under the bed,
Mhm.
footsteps,
And
and
then
the
when
door
the
locked.
door closed, there were footsteps and the door locked.
Who is this?
Somebody was in there
Guard.
with
That's Ed.
As Ed gets closer, I am going to draw both my weapons and say, "You stay at least 10 feet from me, my friend, until we see
Pull
what
my
happens."
arrow and say, I'm going to pull my arrow and say, you dare to threaten me? You.
I am not threatening you. I am not threatening you. I'm just telling you, please stay away till we know what the heck we're dealing with.
I also have my hand over my weapon as tensions rise.
You guys don't want to mess with me. I will mess you up.
Not getting sick.
I assure you, nobody here is sick.
You ate of her food and you sat in her bed.
We don't even know if that's how it's transmitted.
Correct. So you could be sick.
But we
Mhm.
also could not be.
I'm just going to say you stay away from Annabelle and Scotty. What are you, Scottish?
Scottish.
Listen, Whip, you can taste my whip. Or my
Whoa.
Okay.
Can I get perception checks from Amberly and Xanadu, please?
Oh, the wolves are coming! The wolves are coming!
And I got distracted by snowflakes again.
No.
I rolled it. I don't know if it's going to show up, but I rolled an 18.
An 18, very good. So, Amberly, you can't really hear anything because you're right in the middle of Brimhall and Yard Scuttle there. But Xanadu, you being off the side of the group, you hear a wolf howling. But it's not out in the wood. It's inside the house.
It's a werewolf.
All right. So are we on our way to Caverns, whatever I said it was? Caverns Cave?
I'm going to alert everyone to. Hey, everybody. I just heard a wolf howl inside the house.
And we all look back.
I will knock an arrow and give the two little boys here who are scrapping over nothing a death glare and tell them to shut up for a second.
And
Knock
Anaron
that
puts one and one
arrow.
together and says,
I
"Oh,
will
that's
shoot you
probably
like
what
a
was under the
sparrow."
bed."
Wait, what did Eneron do?
I said that
Oh.
you probably put one and one together and figured out that's probably what was under the bed.
So just real quick, Ed has a bow he got from last campaign, and he has to make a rhyme before he can roll to hit. But he does do extra damage when he makes a rhyme and he hits the target. Scotty has a rock that
And I have
will
a word.
it will heal when he incites his magic word, which is what, Scottish?
Help.
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 So when he says help, his rock will glow and he will heal for 1d4 plus 2, but it will also damage him for 1d4.
Wow.
And Stilhoran has a staff of wolf. And I have to look at your Stilhoran. I forget the tactic. The staff gives him a +4 to hit and makes him immune to poison, but he takes double damage from fire and frost. No,
That's a
I
bad
could have
spot.
double damaged you earlier. I won't retcon it. Oh no. Let's see here, and Whip has the Eye of Sight and Sightfulness. He would have to replace one of his own eyes with the Eye of Sight and Sightfulness. And it gives him the ability to detect good and evil without using a spell slot or any magic. However, he loses a 1 on perception and charisma.
Oh,
That was what they
There's the
got.
eye. I
Very
was looking
nice.
for my eye.
And then Xanadu has a Warhammer of Vengeance, a vengeful spirit trapped inside. Upon receiving damage from a creature, you must make a DC of 15 or you become vengeful towards that creature and cannot stop attacking until it falls to 0 hit points. Benefits, you are immune to grapple or restrain and have a +1 to normal Warhammer damage.
Yes.
And I haven't made your 2s. I'm sorry. I had them all made up last time and I can't find them. Okay,
well,
so
it's our
that's
fault
why.
for not showing up. So
Well, no, I hate that. So that's why Ed's rhyming, just so y'all know.
Fair enough.
So do you want to try to knock on the door again? Do you want to move on? What are we doing?
I think we need to head to the sisters' cave and get the heck out of Dodge before whatever that is decides to come after us.
It's just your pet wolf. That's why there's so many tracks out here.
I agree.
My
that
question
woman
is,
a-
why was it night?
Finding druids and they shape into wolves.
Although it can lock a lock, so it might be a little more than a wolf. Yeah, you're probably right.
Exactly. Well, in that case, we are outside now, so I think for now we go to this other location.
You know, we could be mean now and just block off the smokestack and make them come out.
I think you guys are just aching to fight something.
I'm
Perhaps.
cool with us moving.
Maybe there'll be a monster in the cave.
Or that.
Awesome.
Let's go find the stupid sister.
Okay.
Wherever we're going.
If we have to.
Well, what do you guys want?
No, I think you're right.
Hang on one second. Okay. One moment. I have to adjust this map. Ba-ba-da-dum.
No problem.
We
I
lose
do
somebody?
need, while we wait for me to adjust this map, you all are traveling to Croker's Cave. So you have to go through the woods and along the waterways. I need each of you to roll me a d6 and tell me if anyone gets a 1.
A D.
We lost Scotty.
Oh, no.
Scotty.
Scotty.
I got a 4.
I got a
Now
5.
a 6.
I got a 5. We lost Scotty?
He probably rolled a 1.
Well, I got close, but I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
Boy, I wish Scotty was here to roll a 1.
Also,
Well, no, I can't even do it because he's the one that I can't target.
He may have had to get off since it's close to 11.
Well, he would have said bye or something.
I know, right? Jeez, guys.
well,
Poor
Ed,
Scotty.
Poro is,
Battery.
Irish pie.
Poro is saying, is Ed wearing a murder hobo t-shirt today?
He hasn't got the opportunity to murder anything.
Nope. It is Deadpool.
Yep.
Or is that Deadpool?
Yes, it is.
No, it is.
But I could see him being a murdering hobo.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So why did we roll a D6 again?
Nanya.
She hasn't told us yet.
Random encounter.
None yet.
Hey, new local Austin is here.
Marvel
Oh
murder.
my god, he's awesome.
Hi.
Bonjour.
Michael. And
Mike's
Jay
the best
Walk.
guy in the whole world.
Let's do a fish family stat.
All right, this might be a little wonky.
Wonky like Willy.
Okay.
All
right.
Willy Wonka? No? Okay.
So nobody rolled a 1?
No.
Nope, I got close.
No, but we
Wah, wah.
could just
I
pretend
rolled.
Scotty did.
Okay, I'm missing some peeps. Hold on. I gotta grab the ones that were outside here.
I could text Scotty and see if he's okay.
I was gonna do that, but go ahead.
You're probably better at it.
You can do it.
Winky's going to bed early tonight.
Why is Winky going to bed early tonight?
Her dad's been sick in the hospital, so it's been stressful.
Aw,
That is no bueno.
He's supposed to come home today, though, but it didn't sound like it happened. Well, I can't find Scotty's number.
yep. Professor, you
Maybe
should have
I-
done it.
Maybe I
fuck.
named him Fish Freak.
Oh, fuck, so
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, one minute, please.
Un momento, por
Oh,
favor.
I named him Scotty the PA Fishman.
PA. OPA.
Pennsylvania. Even
Yeah,
though
yeah,
he's
I got it.
not in
I got-
Pennsylvania.
He's
I
yeah,
did not
he's
He's Delaware.
Delaware.
Where?
Oh, this map is
Della.
Yeah.
It's teeny tiny.
he says gotta go to bed. I left a message in private chat.
No, he didn't.
He wasn't
He did.
having no fun.
He
we know
did.
it
I have to
was.
sign
I
off.
made him look
Have a
really
good
cool.
night, everyone.
That's his image.
Why didn't he just say that?
I know, right?
Exactly.
He's
Jerk face.
oh,
Jerk face.
Well, to be fair, he is probably going to be working tomorrow. I know I'm
Oh.
working.
And we're not. I'm going to be up at 4:00 in the morning, pal. And I'm not giving up.
This map, it's all black.
You have to scroll up, but
All
the thing
right.
is, the icons are weird.
yeah. The map is going to be like a not to scale kind of situation going on here.
Enough.
So we're just going to have to roll with it. All right, hang on. Let me get down to here.
I can't grab myself yet.
Oh, you can't.
what?
Can anybody else grab themselves?
I can't.
Usually.
Nope.
I'm not even there. She left me behind. I'm lost forever.
Oh, man.
That's a sign.
Wonder why Kayla should do it. Anybody else?
That's
Other
no
than this
fair.
fool.
Move, icon.
Well, rats. Oh, well. So I will say, as you go into the cave, you do hear some croaking sounds.
Oh, great.
Croaking?
Croaking, because it's
Croaking
Croker's
like a toad or a frog.
Croker's Cave, as you know, gets its name from the giant ice frog that inhabits its depths. Its entrance is on the shores of the frigid depths due north of Palebank Village. You've seen frequent signs of feet, footprints in the snow on your way here. So you know that this is not a abandoned cave, that there are people here. However, you see no signs of patrols or guards as you get closer. A plume of smoke rises from the ground beyond the entrance of the cave, venting through a narrow chimney. The chimney is too small to be climbed, and it is there is a main entry cave, and that's where you all are now, and that seems to be the only entry point.
Swords out, people. Let's go.
Okay. So as you enter into the cave, and I know y'all can't move right now, so I'll try to figure out what's going on with that. Oh, I bet I put you on the wrong map. No? I don't know. Anyway, you see two giant frogs as you enter the cave, almost like they were standing there waiting, almost guarding the cave entrance. And
Something tells me we're going to be rolling initiative soon.
it's unless you have any other ideas.
Do they look intelligent, or are they just look like dumb beasts that are there to strike out at whatever? Can I tell?
Let's see here. You would probably know, because you all are sort of from around here or grew up here. 1 second, let's see here.
I mean, with a knowledge.
They're not intelligent, so they wouldn't be something that you could really speak to.
Well, let's fight them then.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
So this is something. This might be fun. I'll just have you all roll a d20 and then add your initiative which you should see up at the top. It'll be like a plus or a minus. It'll say initiative, and then I'll just add you in because I don't know why you can't select your tokens.
I have
You
my
really can.
So my roll would have been an 8 because I got a +4 and I rolled a 4.
8. All right.
And
I
I
am +5, and I roll.
Oh, Xanadu, nice.
I got a nat 20, which is a +5.
The 5. Ooh,
Nice.
Hang
I had a
on.
net 22.
nice. Is yours a +2 or anything?
I rolled a 12. I have a +2. It'll be a 14.
14. Okay. Xanadu, do you have anything to plus on yours or?
No, it's a straight.
Okay. All right. Did I get everybody there? All right. Let's see this one.
Ding 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 ding.
Trying to. Oh,
I had that one sing that earlier.
Give me a
Yep,
treat.
you got me. You earworm.
Hang on.
Did you
I
all
just
sing Scotty to
discovered a
sleep?
song. I discovered a song that I was listening on repeat.
Is it the new Shim Shady song?
No. This is
Song?
it's a song from a movie called The Stars Are. Oh, what was it called?
Right?
The Stars Are Bright. It's come on
In the
my
heart.
house. Come on to my
Stars
house.
are bright at night down in the heart of Texas.
So the song is "Come On to My House," sung by Rosemary Clooney.
Oh, I bet I know what I screwed up on. 1 moment, please.
oh.
I think I got it.
Anyway,
That's cool.
Almost
I'll
a
have to
few
look it up
bucks.
sometime.
So, Lauren, see if you can move this guy now.
Oh wow. Can he is he that ability that they can make a duplicate of themselves?
Yeah, I think you're all going to be that. I think I was on the map layer when I copied you over. And so now these tokens are like figures of the map. And I don't know how to get rid of them.
Yeah, and that's one of the challenges with Roll20, right? You need to be on the right layer. And I actually in the background here swapped out my character, so I'm not even sure that I'm gonna be able to get this guy because I had the ranger, but I put the cleric in there. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay. There
Okay.
might be an extra of me though.
Let me make this area bigger too, so that if y'all want to fight on a larger scale,
Oh yeah.
move him over here. and
For
over
sure.
here. Okay, so and like I said, I do not know how to get rid of these guys. That your doppelgangers up here. So
Can I just start on top of my doppelganger?
yeah, and my brim ball. Let me grab yours.
oh, I can move it.
Okay, okay. Can you move him now, Whip?
Sure can.
Yay! Okay.
I'm good too.
Hi. Kalish was already good. Cody's good. Okay. Ed,
Yes,
do you have control of your peeps?
I moved him on top of my other guy.
Oh, okay. That's where I was confused. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No,
I
you're
just like
good.
that starting point.
As long as you can move him, I'm happy. That's all that matters. Okay. So let's begin. And we'll sort this. Oops. And Brim, can you lead us off?
Okay, well, I'm gonna Not engaged just yet, so I will pull out the old longbow. And I don't know, I'll probably go for this guy way over here. You said this is not the scale, it's just so that we can kind of see what we're doing?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how far away he is, as long as he's not, what is it, 120 feet away? I think
No.
I'm good.
Yeah. He will.
So one, yeah.
It is a smaller cave, but we'll say this room opening is probably more like probably like a 60 by 60 area because it's kind of an open room inside of it.
All right, so that was a 24.
24 does hit.
Did it roll damage? Where do I see that? Yes, it did 12. Oh no, it's only 6 because I don't get the sneak.
You don't get the sneak. Okay. All right.
And I will.
This one here.
What's that?
Was it on this one here or this one here?
It was on this one,
Okay, on that one too. All right. So.
and I think I'm gonna move. No, I'll stay right where I'm at for now. How far away are these things? Just so I have an idea. If I can close within a move.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're probably within 30 feet of it.
Okay. So once somebody engages, I can roll up on them.
Okay. And Xanadu.
Okay. Xanadu's going to move up. Brother Xanadu. The cleric, he's going to move up and hit with his warhammer of whatever it is. Yeah, it's a 5 to hit.
Okay.
I think I get a second attack.
Uh-huh.
And that's a 17 to hit.
A 17 does hit.
It's 3 points of damage.
Okay, 3 points of damage. That frog's looking pretty beat up. Kind of croaks at you angrily. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Nira, your turn. Are you there?
Oh, sorry. I'm here.
Okay.
Alrighty. So obviously there is one right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to attack with Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Is Firebolt a ranged attack?
It says 120 feet.
So if you're casting a ranged spell and you're in melee distance, like where you're right up on him, it would be at disadvantage.
Never mind. Instead, I'm going to use my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Quarterstaff.
Thank you for the theme music.
Thank you.
14 hit.
Nice.
Roll that damage.
Smash him.
4. All right, that froggy is looking rough.
Do not underestimate the noble wizard.
Anything else you want to do?
Nope. Finish him off, please, gentlemen and ladies.
All right. So Froggy 2. Froggy 2 is going to take his feet. And for his action, he is going to jump up and down. Xanadu and Niran, I need you to make me dexterity saving throws. And as he's doing this, he's making quite a bit of noise. And in that noise, you hear squeak, 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 squeak. And coming down from the ceiling is a nice little swarm of bats that he's just woken up to help him. And what was your dexterity?
16.
16. And you, Xanadu?
He left.
Oh, uh-oh.
Well, his thing is still. He went out of his seat.
Oh, okay.
He probably thought he had a minute.
Can we look it up? Whip, just
There
look
he
at
is.
what his dexterity is.
We'll just say that. We'll say he passed. So you don't fall down, and you're able to keep your footing. And for let's see here, my little froggy.
He's a 16 for if it matters.
Oh, nice dexterity, X2.
Yeah, very nice. And this little froggy is going to.
Oh, did you need a dex roll?
So he's summoned for his action. Yeah, he's good where he's at. So he's going to end his turn there. And Miss Amberly, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to use my longbow and shoot the one that everyone else has been hitting on the right there.
Okay. $14 hits and 8 piercing damage. This frog falls down. And
It is it for me.
as he falls to the ground, you notice his body begins to swell. And I need dexterity saving throws from Neuron. And bless you. Do please.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Dex saving throws?
Yep. As this frog is bubbling and swelling with all kinds of little poisony things.
Awesome. I got a 6.
Do you have
Like-
any poison, Xanadu? I can't remember what your vengeful warhammer is.
Yeah, resistance against poison, yes.
So you're resistant.
Advantage against poison, yeah.
Okay, cool. And you, Aaron, what was your dexterity saving throw?
Who?
Usama.
Mine was 16. Dexterity.
16. Did you roll it again? That was for the jumps.
Oh, I can roll it again. There we go.
This is to avoid the poison.
Sick.
6. Okay. So you're going to take 5 poison damage. And Xanadu, you're going to take half that. So you're going to take 2.
Okay.
And this little croaker has croaked.
I am literally at 2 hit points right now.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do, Amberly?
Let's now if I can. I can't attack and do a spell, right? 2-weapon fighting is just I can hit. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to change over fast enough.
No.
You do have movement, though, if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to move over to here, and then that's it in my turn.
All right. And next up is actually going to be Silhoran because I missed him, and I'm so sorry, Cody.
That's fine. I'm gonna run over there and try to punch this frog in the head.
Sounds like a solid plan.
I like it.
All right.
Oh,
A 7 does not.
so we're gonna mix in with my bonus action. I'm gonna take another swing at this frog.
Frog.
11 does hit. Roll
Oh,
me some damage.
ooh. Hey, hey.
All right. Anything else for you, sir?
No?
All right, Yard.
Holy cow! I'm fighting a frozen frog. I need to add this to my blog.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, a 25,
Yeah,
and I also get to roll a 4.
D4 extra damage on that. 12 points. We'll go ahead and drop that frog. So, Horan, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Nine. So you will take.
Hmm?
Oh, are you immune to poison
No.
with your thing?
No. No.
Okay, I thought your staff had poison on it. Okay, so you'll take 1 whole damage on your poison.
Right.
And Yard, do you have anything else?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm
Wrong
kind of
one.
boring.
Yeah. Okay. It still killed him. And Brimhall, we still have a swarm of bats running around. Oh, I forgot to add them on the end. I'm sorry, can the bats go before you?
What?
Can the bats go before you? I forgot to add them.
Absolutely.
Okay. I knew. Okay, so bat. Where's the bat want to go? Let's see here. So the bat's just seen you all beating up the little froggy guys, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna go over to you, Usama. And
Yes.
we're going to try to, let's see here, we'll try to do a hit. One creature in the swarm space. Okay, so they're going to swarm on top of you. And let's see if I can hit. Is a 19.
Well, I'm dead.
Oh man.
So that's going to be plus going to be 7 points of damage to you. As these
I
little
only have
bats fly
2
around
hit
like-
points remaining.
How many?
2.
Oh, so you all
You're dead.
watch as Huron falls to the ground unconscious. And if you would, sir, roll me a death saving throw, please.
How do I do that?
D20.
It was nice knowing all of you.
All right. So
Well, it's
up
not
next
over.
is Brimhall.
Alrighty, I am going to stay put away from the infected and blast another arrow into the mass.
Okie dokie.
Oh, somebody just used fireball.
Is that a
was
20
that is a 20. And are they engaged? I don't think I get my sneak anyway, so just 11.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they were engaged because he dropped. So 11 points. All right. Good amount of damage, though. Silhoran?
Selhorin, Selhorin.
Sorry, I'm eating chocolate.
Aww.
Oh, come on.
Okay. We are going to run over here. And what am I swinging at here?
Bats.
Swarm of bats.
I will swing. Oh, swing the old arms up at the bat.
Start punching bats. That will not hit.
I'll take round 2 swinging.
17 does hit.
Punch it.
5 points of damage. All righty.
That's pretty good for a punch.
You hit a couple of them and kind of fluff them up into the air and they kind of come back down. They're looking a little haggard there. All right, Brother Xanadu, what you want to do?
I am going to. There's somebody who's down, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. And yeah, for some reason the Beyond 20 is not letting me cast it or cast it to the chat, but I'm gonna do Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do this way. Let me just put it in there.
All right. So do you want to roll his healing and let him know how many points he gets back?
Yep. Do that. Maybe.
Maybe.
So that'd be 10 points.
Wow. I see it too. That is no lie.
So 1d8 plus 3. I rolled a 7 plus 3. So 10 points.
Nice.
Very good. All right. So, Neuron, you feel a warming sensation and you are pulled out of the cold, dark depths. And you are still prone, but you are alive with 10 health points.
He is already up back to max.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Anything else for you?
No, that's all I'm going to do.
All right. Kieran, you are up with 10 hit points. Like I said, if you get up from being prone, you just use half your movement. Usama?
You're not actually dead. You can talk.
Yes, I am alive. What am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Well, nothing right now.
So you've just been resurrected. Why don't you go kill something?
Oh, wait, but wait, how many points do I get back then?
10.
You're back to full health. You got
Oh,
10.
lovely. Thank you. Hang on. So Who am I fighting? The bats?
Yeah, all that's left is the bats right now.
Alright, you stinky poo-poos.
Stinky boo boos.
If you had a pickleball racket, it'd probably be really good.
Well,
Have you guys ever really done that? That is pretty weird.
Pickleball? It is.
No, hitting bats with pickleball rackets.
No.
Oh,
Why?
I hit bumblebees
You're
with
not going to kill bats. Okay.
badminton baskets, rackets.
No. Bumblebees
dad
are my
killed a bat.
bumblebees are my favorites. Oh my god. The bumbles.
He's just out there.
Carpenter
crushing
bees. It's
Now, are
carpenter bees. that I'm
they
killing.
at a distance where I can use a ranged attack?
No, they're still within melee range of you. You can step back, but you could provoke an attack of opportunity. But you are at full health, so
Alright.
that's a choice.
Well, because I could either use Firebolt or use a crossbow, but I'll use a quarterstaff and try to whack them out.
Okay.
Which quarterstaff are you using? You have two.
No, he only has one, don't
I
he?
only have one.
He's got the quarterstaff plus one, and he's got the staff of power, which can be used as a quarterstaff.
Oh, right. That is true.
How do you have a staff of power?
Yeah, staff of power.
Yeah, how do you have a staff of
And,
power?
and
They also have the silver dagger.
I'm a
These are
wizard.
vampires.
This
I'm
is last Scotty wish.
I'm a vampiric wizard. Deal with it.
This is why Scotty went to Do Not Lurk because Whip would be telling on him. So a 10 does not hit. So the little bats kind of dance all around and avoid your strike there.
Ah!
Okay. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
All right, Miss Amberly, what you gonna do?
Well, since my little buddy right here is back to health, I guess I am just going to shoot the other one with the longbow.
Hey.
Whoa.
What? Oh, it's a dog. Holy shit.
Every time. All right, 7 points of damage. You see a few bats fall to the ground, but there still is enough to be a swarm. Oh, man. Okay.
And are there any of them within melee range of me?
You could step up. You could come over to here to get in the melee range if you wanted to.
Now, I know this is a little bit of a stretch, but with 2-weapon fighting, could I take a step and then hit something with, say, a dagger?
I'd say you could do a
Easy enough to
dagger.
draw.
Yeah, like an offhand weapon like that. I'd say a dagger would be good.
Okay. Then I would like to move up then and do a quick swipe.
A 7 does miss.
Okay.
You
And that is the end of my actions.
Okay. Yard.
Is that a bat or just a flying rat?
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at it. $23.
Okay. For 9
And then
points.
my plus 1d4.
Yep. That's enough. You only needed one. So awesome. All the little bats you hear boop, 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 as they fall to the ground and they are motionless.
Finally.
Well done, Yard.
All right.
So as the bats fall and the frog goo is still on the floor and covering Xanadu and in the south, you hear, is it speaking or song or music? You hear something, and suddenly let's see, who would it be? No, 1 second, let me check something.
You know, I'm happy to go all night, but
I know, I'm going to
We
end it, I
are-
promise.
okay.
I am.
I just wanted to
I'm
make
just
sure
going to
this
do,
is working.
yeah, I just want to do the one quick thing, and I promise I'm going to end.
Mhm.
So you hear like somebody casting a spell, and you see Murin begin to glow a violet blue color.
Ruh-roh.
And that is where we'll end it and see if you want to pick up later. Thank you all. Yay.
Wow.
Yay.
Awesome. Yay.
And I'll read the rest of the module and try to figure it out from there. So I appreciate y'all's patience with me. I've been trying to just read and go through as we can.
Oh, you did amazing.
Yeah,
You really,
you were great.
I mean, considering you just opened the book,
All right.
Yeah, so much.
you so
Yeah,
much.
so good.
Thanks. Y'all are awesome.
Oh, we lost somebody already.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had to
Corey,
take off.
Cody had to jump out.
Okay. Well, sweet
That's
dreams,
okay.
Cody, if you're still listening. Thank you, Killer, so much for being great tonight on such short notice. And thank you, everybody else, for playing. And also, thank you for all the watchers. Let's see, I don't know. I haven't been to the YouTube. New Local Austin, Dennis. Dennis has probably been here the whole time. GRB over in Australia. Who knows what time it is there? And Cora.
I do want to tell y'all one thing real quick. I wanted you all to read Dennis's comment in chat so bad because he had it. I was like,
Fine
oh
job.
my God. And I couldn't say nothing. But thank you, Dennis. And Cora.
well,
And
now I have
everybody
to figure out
else.
which one he was right on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I can't pin messages in this form.
Somebody try healing her. Is that the one? Is that the one?
That might be the one. I don't know. I don't know.
Like,
I can't.
Yeah,
heal
Dennis is a
anybody.
genius.
I can only kill.
No, the girl in the hut. The girl who was cold. We should have healed her.
well, and so when I first started, I had my Ranger character
Mhm.
in this campaign, and I like halfway through I switched because I want to play the cleric rather than the ranger. So then like halfway through I got healing capabilities.
Which
Would help.
fortunate for Usama.
Yes.
Yes, very.
Yeah, who has that healing spell?
I've got
That's what I
the.
was getting.
I've got the scroll.
Oh, good. So we could have had him save just
I've
in
got
case. on
healing.
another-
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we. It was.
I have
Well, you
cure
can,
wounds.
See, the thing is, Whip had the scroll, and it was suggested to use it on her, but then it was also suggested, well, maybe we don't want to waste it on her,
Yep.
so we didn't use it.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll go back and kill her next time.
Oh my lord!
All right, well,
Well, I say we end it. Oh my gosh. Killer Kitty, thank you for the $5 super chat. You did all the work, and then she tipped me.
yeah, because you guys are awesome.
Killer Kitty.
She's just the
Oh,
you
you're
so
so
much.
awesome. You're such a good person. I love it. And thank you. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, no
for sure.
problem.
Because I was not able tonight.
Yeah, I get it completely.
Well,
I
we're
agree.
glad that you were able to join us, Xanadu.
Yes.
I
I'm so
assume you
happy.
got into your truck, right?
No, I still haven't yet.
Oh, really?
Yikes!
Oh no.
No, it is stupid. It's the negative battery cable is loose, and sometimes I need to jiggle it, but I can always get the key fob to open the door so I can pop the hood. But today or yesterday, I couldn't get the key fob to work, and the key doesn't work, and so I can't even get it. So I'm gonna have to try to call whatever roadside
AAA?
assistance tomorrow and try to get them to break into my truck so I can pop the hood and jiggle the battery cable. It's so stupid. That's all it needs. But yeah, it's a fiasco. Plus my entire town is underwater.
Yeah.
We have one main road that goes north to south through town. It's flooded on the north side and on the south side. There's one bridge that you can get across. So yeah, it's just been a really bad weekend.
I think it's time
You have plenty
to
of food?
whip out the canoes and the kayaks.
Oh,
The water's unreal.
one of my friends actually has a kayak for sale. That I could probably just go rent it from her.
Because I was gonna say, your town's now that town that's in Italy that's always in water.
Surrounded by water.
Right? We could almost do that.
Venice.
Venice.
Well, let's end it. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll talk to you in a future thing somewhere at some time. Bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.